What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Big Bad Booty Bitches Book Club live show for December. Richie is here with us as always. Richie the
Hello.
icon. Yeah, we're talking about The Nightmare Before Christmas today, and we're so excited to chat about it too because we've both been frothing at the mouth over this novel.
What a ride.
What a time!
What a journey.
Okay, I want to hear your thoughts. Oh my gosh, Sam is here. Hi, Sam.
Hi. Hi,
Sam, I
Sam.
love you.
How's it going?
Sam, I want to do sprints with you sometime. I feel like
Ooh.
I haven't talked to you in 700 years. I know that's not true because you're here on here all the time with us, but I love you. Yes, hearts for Sam. Okay, Richie, what were your thoughts, your
I have
feelings?
so many thoughts. Okay, here's the real deal. I think I'm taking these off. I think I liked most of this book. But there was one thing that went on in this novel that was driving me so up a wall that I was like, I don't know if I can recommend this to someone. I don't know what to do. Also, sorry, my laptop's trying to restart. Give me a second. If I heard one more pop culture reference, I was gonna lose my mind, brother. Who okay, I get it, girl. Don't restart, please. I could not. It hit a point where I started marking the pages where they made a pop culture reference that annoyed me. Like I was going insane. So I'm torn on this one because I liked so much of it, so much I thought was so good. But the problem was the pop culture references were hitting, and they were like hitting like a very like teen me market, I guess, which I don't know if Sarah Rush is my age, but it feels like Sarah Rush is my age because I was like, this is stuff that would have absolutely like rocked my shit when I was 18. But the problem with that is like I'm 30 and they made so many that I was like, I feel like these characters are children, and I don't want to read about them fucking.
Yeah.
These are baby boys. So I was extremely torn. They would have like a line, and I was like, ooh, heater, banger, oh my gosh. I was like
Yes.
all in, and then they'd be like, kind of like Elsa from Frozen, am I right? And I was like, girl, so I was losing my mind.
The thing too with that is it didn't need to be there. You know,
Nope.
like we're spending so much time in this like magic side of the world with the holiday families. Like
Yeah.
we didn't need it. We know
No.
it's like Elsa. We
Yeah.
know,
We're
like
like,
we
haha,
don't
hee
need it.
hee, got it.
Yeah.
the, the moment in this book, and I'm sorry, spoilers for anyone, I guess, but the moment in this book where they sit there and watch the entire Christmas Prince Netflix movie series, I was like, oh, if I was not reading this for the book club, this might be my breaking point. I might DNF this. Like, I was going crazy.
No, I get
But then they would tap on some shit that I thought was so cool. Like I thought the whole dynamic of like these holiday worlds and like it was such a fun like royalty fantasy that didn't feel, because sometimes those can feel like extremely like a slog.
yeah.
When you have to
We're
sit
like,
there and listen to like the dynamics of the different kingdoms, it's like, all right, can they just
yeah,
fuck? But I was so all in on like, yeah, he's the Prince of Christmas. Let's go. I'm so in. So
yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
know.
No, I feel that. I feel like the beginning of this for me was really hard to get into, and I had that thought too of like if I wasn't reading this for book club, would I want to continue? Because
Mhm.
with the whole like it starting off in the first chapter with him in the bar and he's all upset because he had the whole accident thing, I
Mhm.
was like, okay, where's the love interest? I'm here for the like the holiday
Yeah.
vibe situation because that's what sounded really cool to me was that like almost Nightmare Before Christmas vibe of like getting both sides, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is either gonna really hit or it's gonna really suck ass, and there's not
Yeah.
gonna be like any in between. And it did deliver, I think, like you said, on the holiday families, and that was really cool. The magic was interesting. Their
Yeah.
banter was really fun. I loved
Yeah.
the main guys.
The main guys I
Loved
thought like actually had chemistry.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was like, let's absolutely go. Like it didn't, because sometimes I think when you do something where it's like, well, he's the Prince of Christmas and he's the Prince of Halloween, I was worried that they were gonna make the Halloween prince like extremely like dull and just kind of broody. And he wasn't. Like he had a
No.
personality. He was so cool.
Hmm. Yeah, I know. I loved the dialogue too, just like watching them banter and stuff. But we didn't need the pop culture references. Why is she here? We don't need her. Get out of
No.
here.
No, we're good. We're good on that.
Yeah, we were so good on it. Also, I really like the relationship with him and his brother, Chris. Love them.
Yes.
Love
Yes.
that. Love the group chat that the brothers and Iris were in, where they were like
Yes.
texting back and forth. That was super
Extremely
funny.
fun.
Liked Iris. She seemed
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
The characters were there.
I'm hoping. I know a lot of people were upset because it looks like. So in the first book, you know, Chris and Iris, there's kind of Chris and
Yeah.
Iris. There's kind of the back and forth of like Chris is in love with Iris. Does Iris feel the same way? And I know a lot of people I was reading were very upset that it appears the sequel is going to be Chris falling for somebody who is not Iris, and people were mad that the second book wasn't about Iris, and B that it is looking as though Chris and Iris are not an endgame matchup. I do like them both enough that I kind of don't care, but if the third book isn't about Iris, I am going to be pissed. Like, I want to know what's up with her.
Yes, I know. I was thinking that too. I was like, what do you mean that book 2 is not about Chris and Iris?
Yeah.
But also, I'm like, I like Chris, and he seems like a cinnamon roll, so I feel like that's going to be cool. Plus, I think it's going to be fun to hear about the St. Patrick's Day stuff anyways. So, like, I'm kind of here for that. Like, we already know kind of what's happening with Easter. So, like, that wouldn't bring in, like, another holiday family. So, I get that. But I do want to just, like, see him be happy, though. I think he's really cute.
Yeah. I think it's extremely interesting to set up a romance throughout your entire book and then be like, just kidding, though. Like, to drop that at the, like literally the last 5 pages and be like, and no, that's actually not happening. I was like, that's a ballsy move. Like, I actually was extremely into that.
Yeah, I know. I like that too. Also, I will say, to your point about like them feeling childish sometimes, a lot of her other stuff is all like YA. And she wrote like, do you remember that? God, what is it called? She has that YA fantasy series where it had like the wheel on the cover with the different seasons. She wrote that series. That's like her first series. So I think this might be like her first, like whatever, new adult. Yeah. Not YA.
That tracks.
Yeah, but she still had like the strong fantasy elements because she's like a YA fantasy author.
Yeah.
So that makes
probably
sense.
eats.
Yeah, it probably does. But yeah, I think that kind of makes sense why it reads, you know, like they're in the early 20s, but it reads like kind of young.
Because I gotta be honest, I felt like I was like, I'm gonna have to go on here and be the Grinch. Like I'm so sorry. Because like I wanted to be all in on their romance, and there were moments where I definitely was, but then like when it got to the point where they were fucking, I kind of realized I was like, I feel like this is YA and I don't really want to read about teenagers smashing. Like, I'm good on that. And so I was kind of a bummer. Didn't I the smut scenes, there was one I can't even remember what the phrase was. It was like it sent shivers down his arms or something like that. But like they kept saying the same phrase like over and over and over, and that was really making me laugh. But other than that, I thought the smut was like fine. I wasn't sitting there feeling like it was egregious.
No, I wasn't either. I liked this for the most part. One thing I really did like is that it was fun.
Yeah.
You know, like this was one where like once I got past that initial point where I was like, what is happening with this beginning? This feels a little weird. Once we got into like the holiday family stuff and the dynamics with the brothers and Iris and the Halloween prince, I was like, okay, I'm here for these characters. I'm kicking my feet. I'm snorting like a pig. This is funny. Like I'm entertained. So it was one of those where I was like, once I was in it, it didn't feel like I was reading a book. I was just like there for the characters. So I like the fun aspect. It brought that, which I'm glad.
And I think I do want to read. Okay, so if anyone is watching this who hasn't read the book, to understand what we're talking about when we say pop culture references, the one that I personally disliked the most. So Hex is the name of the Halloween prince, and this is Cole, the Christmas prince, talking about, you know, the romantic interest. And he says, Hex stands there too, being this insanely attractive mashup of a pirate and a vampire, and Loki from that one scene in Thor Ragnarok when he's in New York and first had me realizing that I was in fact deeply attracted to dudes in addition to girls. Both Iris and Chris thought I was nuts when according to them, Chris Hemsworth is right there. We mended this falling out in our friendship by bonding over the great sexuality equalizer, Kate Blanchett and leather. And I was like, girl, all right, did we have to? Did we have to? Loki in that one scene in Thor Ragnarok, I was like, girl, please.
Too much.
But in the Elsa scene, if I can find it, they had a line right before that I thought was so actually like romantic and cute, and I loved so much that I was reading with my friend and I like made them stop reading their book. And I was like, wait, I have to read you this paragraph. Oh, the shattering crash of Hex's laugh demands every ounce of my attention so urgently, so aggressively that I have a full-on crisis. I've always been hypnotized by seeing joy on people, and I thought it was because of who I am, a holiday prince and all. So I usually don't question it, just revel in it. When Chris laughs, when Iris laughs, when I crack a joke and they roll their eyes, but I know they're grinning. Every single one of these instances, when I thought I was hypnotized by seeing joy in other people, I'd been searching specifically for his joy. Because now that I've experienced it, it renders all past joy obsolete.
Iconic.
Hello?
Be still, my heart.
Hello?
I'm dying. Can't breathe.
Can't breathe.
Gagged.
Yeah, no. I was gagged. I was gooped. I was like, oh, okay. So does a slapper. I think there's a lot of really good. See, okay, that's what I'm saying, Sam, is like, not only is it like dated references, but it's like, you can't drop a scene in a movie. Like, come on, dog. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Why? We're not even, the thing too is we're not even in the normal human world. We're literally in the fantasy world. We're in the fucking Christmas palace.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to hear about Thor Ragnarok right now. I'm with the Prince of Christmas. Can we just do that?
You know what else too that doesn't make sense about that? Is it like he talks about how he like never talks to normal people. Like, why would he even know what that was? You know, it's like, okay, so you have Netflix.
This man refuses to read the paper, but he sure has the entire MCU and the Disney universe on lock. I was like, are you... It hit a point where I was like, is this sponsored by fucking Disney? Like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, okay, I understand. Weird. So they have magic, but they have a TV and like human streaming services. For why?
Yeah.
For why? For why?
Yeah.
That's weird.
They name drop Netflix.
Like what? That doesn't make sense.
They do make a Nightmare Before Christmas reference. They do. And I actually didn't mind that one. I didn't even mark it because I was like, sure, all right, you get this one. It's the name of the book.
Free pass.
But that also is kind of wild though. Because like, I was like, okay, so are we implying that The Nightmare Before Christmas is like a biopic? Like what the implications in world of that movie existing? And then also this whole other thing that is not The Nightmare Before Christmas, but has the same structural setup. I was like, that's okay, sure, I guess. But I feel like I'm getting a little too nitpicky. This is a romance. She specifically says in the dedication that this is just supposed to be fun, and I was like, I feel like I'm being the jerk.
I think that's valid. I think it's okay to be like, hey, this is a romance, and parts of it were fun, and like the romance was romancing, but like, what about this and this though? You know. So
they did. I also really I love a good complicated relationship with a parent that doesn't feel like the parents of like a cartoon villain.
Yeah.
And I think they like really walked the line. And I think it was extremely well done because like at the end of the day, this is a fantasy and he's basically fighting Santa Claus. So like extremely hard to make it like to be able to take it seriously, but they really did. And I think there's the moment when his dad realizes like, oh, you thought I was gonna hit you, that I thought was so well done, and I really liked it. So lots of good stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be reading the next one.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of good stuff. I also I felt bad for the boys too with the stuff with their mom. Oh my gosh, there's some points in there too where it's like really tender with the brothers talking and like talking about their mom and like Chris talking about how that affected him when she left them. Oh my God. And how they like take care of each other. Oh my God. Shut up.
The actual character growth from Cole, where it wasn't just like he became a better person because of love. It's like he realizes that he has things he needs to work on. And then through the rest of the book, you watch him actively working on being better.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know when I've seen that. Like to me, I couldn't name a book where somebody is actively working on themselves and not just having happenstance character growth.
Yeah, and even when he was
being inspired by his brother, I think was like a really nice thing. Instead of it being inspired by like him being like, I met this guy and I want to be a better person, but at the end of the day, it really boiled down to like, I need to be better for my brother. I was like, this eats. Like I was really, really into that.
I totally agree with that. And there was scenes too with Chris and Iris where he's like talking to them And he's trying to get to those more like vulnerable conversations, and he's realizing like, oh, I'm just like the class clown to everybody. You know, like nobody's like they don't realize that he's like actually serious and like genuine underneath
Yeah.
all the layers of like, oh, I'm just the funny guy. And
Yeah.
it was cool to see him like analyzing that and being like, oh, I need to be a better friend. I need to be a better sibling. And
Yeah.
like actually doing it. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, King, go
Yeah.
off.
It was
Also,
great.
I liked how he's actually really nice to like the servants too, or like the people who work there. He's like super personal with them, and those were like really small like moments, but it was so tender of like, oh, you can see he's really genuine, and he
Oh
would be
yeah.
like a really good Santa if he can like figure out how to whatever
I
navigate this
think
whole thing his dad set up.
I think they were peppered in like exactly the right amount where it was like a consistent enough thing that you knew that this is just kind of who he was, but it didn't feel like every other page he was doing it.
Right.
Um yeah, I think the one that like stuck out to me is the little moment where he's getting on, it's like him and Hex and Iris and they're all getting on a sleigh together and he turns to the driver of the sleigh and he's like, "Hey, your daughter got into Yale, right? Like I hope like the letter that I wrote helped out." And it's so clear, like they don't make it a big moment and they don't even have Hex do the like, "Wow, you did that? That's crazy. That's cool." It's just like
Yeah,
it is like this is just what he does. Ooh. Ooh.
that was so good, so cute. I
Yeah.
love the sexual tension too between him and Hex. Oh my god. I ate that shit. I mean, I always eat that shit up. But it was fun. It was
Yeah.
funny. Their banter was good. I liked him helping Hex through all these like random winter activities and being like, this is how you ice skate. And we
Yeah.
do like sleigh rides. And Hex is like, I'm freezing my ass off. Please don't let me fall on the ice, you know?
There was a lot of like domestic fluff in this.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting that. I was really expecting this to be much more smutty than it was, which isn't a bad thing at all. It just yeah, I was really expecting it to be like, and they're so horny and it's forbidden love, but that makes it even hotter. And instead it was like them holding hands and decorating Christmas cookies together and I was like, okay. Like I
Yeah.
was so down bad for it.
Yeah, I agree. Also, if you're looking for a book that's like the vibes, the Christmas vibes, it brought the vibes. And I've been
Oh yeah.
trying to find ones like that lately where it's like, okay, we want the smut, but I don't
Yeah.
want just the smut. I also want the cozy, homey, Christmas, cute
Yeah.
shit. And
Yeah.
this had that. Plus the
Yeah.
fantasy, which was cool.
Yeah. I think the entire time I was reading it, I was thinking of what a good like companion it is to oh shit, who wrote it? Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone's Merry Little Meet Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that one is kind of almost like the polar opposite, where it's like it is much smuttier than I expected, much less like domestic stuff, but it's still like a really interesting thing going on and it's
Mm-hmm.
much more like grounded. There's no fantasy in it really. It's much more grounded, but they still I was like I think these two, if you're looking for like a double feature of Christmas
Mm-hmm.
rom-coms, I think those two would hit.
Yeah, I agree. I'm picking up what you're putting down there. And they're both gay too, which is even
Yeah.
better.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes, and Merry Little Meet Cute is a rare it's a male female pairing and they're both bi, which
Yeah,
is
and
sick.
she's a porn star, adult
Yeah,
porn
yes,
star.
yes. She is a sex worker and he is a bad boy from a boy band.
Yeah, but it kind of has a similar thing of like famous people stuff too
Yeah,
with the Christmas
yeah.
and the
High
smut. Yeah,
status at Christmas. Yeah. But I liked it. The next one being called Go Luck Yourself is extremely funny also.
I
I do
agree.
just have to say.
I wonder
I like it a lot.
I wonder
It's
how
very
many
corny, but in a way that makes me laugh, so I don't care.
I agree. I wonder how many books she's gonna do in this.
There
If it's
has
gonna
to be
be
3 at
3.
least.
Yeah.
There has to be 3 at least. If they oh, for real, if I don't get this Iris book, me and the Goodreads girlies are gonna flip Sarah Roch's car. Like,
Oh my god.
ugh.
I
I'm
love
trying to think though. I think it has to just be 3 though. Ooh, unless they do Iris's sister,
they could.
which would kind of eat. I kind of wanted to see more from her.
Yeah, I know. We didn't
She
get like
almost
a
seemed to be
ton.
the most like one-dimensional
Yeah.
character of all of them.
I agree.
So
Well, and
I
Iris
hope
doesn't
in the second one.
even talk about her much.
No.
Like, we know she's, like, engaged to the Valentine Prince and stuff, but, like, what? She had a bad birthday.
If for the fourth one, it's like, listen, I gotta tell you, one of the tropes that people don't really, I feel like people don't talk about this trope enough. Like the arranged marriage, but then we fall in love trope. I drown in that. If we get that, ooh, I won't even be able to talk. I'm going post verbal at the thought. Like I
I love
would
it.
love that.
You know, I think that would be honestly fabulous. So I'd be down. I really like this world, and I saw other people talk about that in their reviews too. Like they're like, we want more in this world. Like they built up all these holiday families. We know there's a bunch of them, but also because there's so many holidays, like if she started building them out more, I mean, it could be like a bigger thing, and that might be cool too.
Well, because, okay, we got Christmas, we got Halloween, we're getting St. Patrick's Day next, we're going to get Easter in the third, Sarah, we're going to get Easter in the third one. And then we get Valentine's Day in the fourth one. I'll read an Arbor Day book. At this point, I'm in. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, she talks about there's like Thanksgiving and New Year's and like whatever else, other stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think it'd be extremely fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. Plus, I kind of just want to see the vibes and like they're all palaces and all that shit. Show me your cute little Easter fits. I want to see it. Show me your bunny house, you know?
I did really the way clothing is described in this book,
stunning,
delightful. Just I'm eating it for breakfast. It was so nice, and it was like every outfit, and I liked that they start that early too, because one of the first things that happens in the first chapter is he is like down bad, going through it, made the worst decision of his life, might have ruined Christmas, and he's still like, and that salmon shirt I was wearing sucks so bad. Like, it sucks so bad.
Dude, the one that got me is when the Halloween prince shows up for the first time, and he's got like the corset thing on. I mean, I could see it. I was like, oh my god, I can see the fit.
Yeah.
Cole is like drooling on the floor over his
so
sexy. Yeah, exactly. In the corset. Oh my god.
And she describes fabrics in a way that you can almost feel them.
Yeah. It like adds to the thing. It's not just like the setting. It's like the setting and the clothes and the food. The food got me too. Oh my god. When he's talking about like the chef and like the cinnamon pancakes and the cocoa and all this stuff. It felt like Christmas too, like at my grandma's house back in the day of like she's got a dining room table and she's got like turkey and fudge and like all the things, you know? It just, I'm like, I can taste this world, brother. I love it.
Yeah. Honestly, this book, and I mean this in the most literal sense, this book is a very like sensual experience. Like it is not just like everything you can touch it, you can taste it, you can smell it, you can like it is so involved in its description, but it doesn't feel overbearing. It just really drops you into this world. And I thought that was great. I thought that was sick.
I couldn't agree more. I could not.
I will say the first chapter, and I think that I did my girl Sarah a disservice because I really did not rock with Cole in that first chapter. And the farther I got into the book, the more intentional it felt. You know what I mean? Because that first chapter, I described it to my friend. I was like, it feels like when you're talking to the guy who all of his friends in high school said he should be a stand-up comedian. Like, he, like, really thinks he's funny, and it's, like, not hitting. And I was like, I don't know if I can read a whole book with this character. But it improved drastically, even just from that time jump from the first to the second chapter.
I agree. I wish she would have started it differently.
Yeah.
Like, that first chapter, rough start. Yeah. And it's kind of weird, too, because you're also thrown in the middle of him just being in, like, crisis mode, because he just screwed up that whole, whatever, that ploy that he pulled or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like complicated. You don't know who the characters are. You know our main character's like really upset and he's drunk too.
Yeah.
And then he has the
Yeah.
whole like back alleyway.
Difficult to meet a character shit-faced. Like,
He's at like the lowest
shit-faced
point
in
he's
the
had.
middle of a political crisis when you don't understand the politics of the world yet.
And you're just like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, and then his dad's like screaming at him on the phone, and his brother's mad, and you're like, this is a really like hostile beginning. And I understand like later on in the story how it plays in, and he like references it, but like kind of a strange spot to start. And I remember even after their kiss, I was like, wait, so this is the meet cute? With Brooke Alley tonguing is the meet cute? I was like, okay. It took me a minute to get like into it. And then really what pulled me in was like the dynamic between Cole and Chris and Iris and their texting, and that being funny is what like got me.
I really think they could have gotten away with it if I keep saying they, like multiple people fucking wrote this book. I think Sarah could have gotten away with it if we started at the beginning of chapter 2 where he's like, he's down bad, he doesn't want to go home, all of this stuff, and then when he sees Hex again, we jump back. And that's when we find it. Like, if they just make allusions to like he really fucked up, like he's trying to get better, and they kept basically everything the same. But you're just kind of like it left us with that mystery of like, what is the big fuck up that happened all those years ago or whatever. And then when he sees Hex, that's what like spurs us into the flashback. I think that it would have maybe made it easier to like him immediately.
Yeah. The only thing is if they reversed it like that, like seeing Hex hit so hard because we know that's the guy, and we got to see their like, and I like their scene too where they're talking in the alley and Hex is like being philosophical with him and like talking about building your foundation of happiness and all this different stuff. And I really liked that. And I liked their like little makeout scene. So like it hit later.
Yeah.
But starting with the chaos drama, salmon shirt, I'm crying in a bar was a lot. That was a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I did enjoy it, but I just don't. I'm glad I read it for book club because I really do think I probably would not have kept reading it if I was not reading it for something.
No, I get that.
It's a little rough.
Yeah. In that first chapter, I was like, I don't know about this. I was like, did I just pick a really shit book and make Richie read this? And then I was like, oh, I kind of fuck with this romance though. Ooh, these houses. Ooh, evil Santa. I'm kind of here for that.
Yeah.
So
I am so glad though that you kind of feel the same, because as I was reading it, I was like, I don't know if Alea and I are gonna have the same opinion at all on this. Like, I was like, I feel very complicated towards this book, and I really hope that I don't get on and Alea's like, it was perfect. Like, I was like,
no, it wasn't perfect, but it was fun.
It was fun,
and I liked that. I think it might also be one of those series where like the setup in the first book, the first book is not a 5-star, but later books could be really good. Too.
Yeah.
Now that we're
the
in
Iris book, Sarah.
Yeah. Sarah, give us the Iris. Give us the Iris
book.
Sarah. No, we're not threatening. Don't even ask that.
The parent. No, I haven't yet. I have not read it yet. I bought it for my friend, and I need to steal it from her, but I haven't read it. I really want to though. Extremely excited that because my friend, God love her, she's a cis girl, and she was like, yeah, I gotta be honest, it's a little confusing because they don't use pronouns for one of the characters. Like, they just don't use any pronouns apparently. And I was like, that sounds so sick. I'm ready to be confused by this. I love it. Because I liked One Last Stop. I thought that one was pretty cute. I liked Red, White, and Royal Blue. I hated the movie, but I liked the book. Also, that's my hot take on your channel. Fuck that movie.
Honestly, that's fine.
We we here at the Library Dweller don't like the movie Red, White, and Royal Blue because for some reason, instead of the villain being a white man politician who's weaponizing his power against gay men of color, they just turn it into a gay man of color, and you can suck my ass for that one.
Anyways,
sorry. I'm sorry. Sam,
Okay, I have an actual like strong opinion because I started reading Dahlia Davies books this year, and I
Uh-huh.
read oh my god, what is it called? I read the Thanksgiving one. It's called Full Sack, where the guy has a magical sack, and it's about Thanksgiving. And it was actually, you know what? Let me tell you right now, it was actually like really good. Like I actually really ate that shit up. It was actually really
Okay.
fucking funny. And
I
then
love
I
that.
just read the Christmas one, and it's called Satan. And this girl writes a letter to Santa, but she's dyslexic AF and writes Satan instead. And then he comes and wants to bone with her on Christmas when she's like sad and lonely at home. And it actually ate too. And then the Easter Bunny one she's talking about is in that. Well, I think there's a couple Easter Bunny ones that she has, but there's a Railed by the Easter Bunny one too. And then the Grim Reaper one, I've been looking at that too because that also looks hot. So honestly, Dahlia Davies kind of
Okay.
slaps. Her smut
Okay.
is like crazy, but like I've
Okay.
kind of been like down for it, honestly.
Book 7. Listen, I love a Grim Reaper moment. I really do. So I I will look into it. I'm trying
Yeah,
to read more this year. I'm trying to watch less movies and use my brain a little more. So
dude, yeah. I'm trying to read like 100 books this year, and I
holy
think
shit.
Easter Bunny smut needs to be on my
Oh yeah.
list. I don't think it's not because we're gonna read some Easter Bunny smut for sure.
I need
Fighting on
to
book club
I
discussion.
need to read more.
That's a vote.
I need to read more smut in general, I think. Because I kind of do the thing where I'm like, well, no, I read like lit fic and stuff like that, and then every time I read a smut, I'm like, ah! So
Dude,
I
yeah.
think I need to just give up the ghost and admit that I'm being pretentious and I should read more smut. So,
One of my goals is to read more monster romance because
and
it makes
good
me
for
happy
you.
and it's
Good
funny.
for you.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
read more monster smut because I think it's fun. Like since people read trans love, that's a mid.
honestly. Oh,
Sam says
I'm
you're right on
dropping.
the movie.
I'm right. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I won't apologize. I'm correct. Railing the Krampus is insane, and
Okay.
I need to read it immediately.
Also, I'm Sam. Way to just let the cat out of the bag. I'm working on a monster smut reading vlog right now where I read just Christmas monster smut, and this was on my TBR, but I had so many books, and I was not sure if I should read this one or not because there's something in the like content warnings about like the girl having to take like a magic plan B or something. And sometimes I'm like, that's a lot.
That
Krampus,
is.
and then he can't even use protection. Like, what's wrong with you? But Sam, tell me if that was like bad or if it was like well handled. Because I like want to read it, but I don't want it to like put me in a weird mood. You know, there's only so much weird shit I can handle in one novella. So yeah, railed by the Krampus. It's on my radar. So know that. Yeah, 2025, my goal is to read more weird shit and
Yeah,
more smut and more like crazy horror with like eyeballs and serial killers.
Alea, you know if you need
So,
weird shit.
bro, what
Between
about
me and Sam, you
yeah.
are you are not at a loss.
That is so true. Okay, Railed by the Krampus is
His
short. Love it.
his no, not a candy cane.
You know what's
I love
funny
that.
is I actually read some other not Krampus, but like evil Santa and demons and elves
Mhm.
romances lately, and the candy cane uh, PPs, man, it's everywhere.
It's
It's popular. It's
okay. That
happening everywhere.
see that reads
Oh,
yeast
yeah.
infection to me.
Dude, the way every single time they're talking about like candy in that region, I'm like,
Mm,
UTI.
I
UTI,
swear.
bro.
April
Also,
Mantis. I forgot. I forgot.
dude, yeah. So we said we were going to read Verity and Mating
Yeah.
the Mantis. And
Yeah.
so I decided for 2025 because I need to sleep and like be a human more.
Mhm.
We're going to do every other month book club. So it's
Okay.
six,
Okay.
6 months instead of 12. But
Sounds
in
good.
April, I still put Verity and Mating with the Mantis. So anyway, so Sam is telling you you have to read Praying Mantis Smut in
No,
April.
and I'm ready. I'm so
So
ready. Maybe I'm not ready, but There's a with the. Do you see the candy cane?
Richie's not okay.
No, I'm not devastated. Listen, here's the thing. Here's my concern. Is if I read this and I like enjoy myself reading it, what is that saying? What like there's you have like a line in your head of like here's where I'm willing to go. And like I will read this Mantis book and I will give it like I will try. I'm not going to do the thing where I go in and I'm like, "Oh, it was icky." Like I'm not doing that. But if I read it and I like it, then what is my next move? I got to start reading the B movie smut book. I got to start reading the Shrek smut books. Like what do I got to do? I don't know.
Okay, well, yes, it has the candy cane in the picture. So what you have to do then is you have to read the candy cane pee-pee smut. That's the next level above mating with a bug. You know, let's
I gotta confess something, and this has nothing to do with books, but I saw a picture on Tumblr the other day that was like this incredibly cool, super well composed, well shot picture of this like cowboy. It was like from the 70s, and he's like black, and he has like this like beautiful mustache, and he's wearing like chaps that are like these dark brown, and it's like it was like this stunning picture, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And I liked the picture, and then I look closer and I realized he is not wearing anything under those chaps. You could see his full dick and balls, and so my entire Tumblr has just been full of porn for like a month since then. It's just been nothing but that. And oops. I got suckered in, I guess. So
my god.
I'm living the life. Shrek smut is wait, okay, hold on. So you're going to bat for the Mantis one, but Shrek smut is bad. Are you saying Shrek smut is bad because you've read it and you didn't like it, or are you saying it's bad because that's your line?
I think she's read it.
Not the donkey character assassination.
Oh,
not this. Of all the complaints that I thought you were going to hit me with, it was not that. I have to be honest.
Sam was like, ogres in a swamp, hit me up. But you better get my boy Donkey right, or I would be...
Put some respect on his name.
Sam, you're an icon.
That's incredible. That's so funny.
Oh my god. That's funny, actually. I love that. That's funny. Honestly, I feel like this year I'm gonna be a Kindle Unlimited girly. Like I'm just here for the smut. I read some ogre smut the other day and it was fabulous.
Donkey. Ooh.
What? Ew.
No. Oh, I hate that. I actually hate that a lot. That really makes me uncomfortable.
He's a person. So that's already weird. And
then his name still Donkey?
Dude, a dude named Donkey trying to...
That's wild.
That's straight to jail.
That's a lot.
Criminal. Hello?
Yeah, I am calling the police on that one.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that sounds icky.
Ew.
Okay.
Sam, what's the name of that one that you read? They did that to my boy Donkey. Drop the name because I want to never read it again. That was their play?
I hate that.
Ew. Oh my god. Ew. Get in my swamp. No, I won't.
No.
Oh my god.
That's a no for me.
Sam, thank you for enlightening us so we know what not to read in 2025. Our good year doesn't need that bad juju.
No.
Donkey is a man. Get out of here. Who do you think wrote that on a piece of paper and was like, this is a good idea. I should publish this?
I don't understand why we need to if you're gonna do like an adaptation, like a little smut adaptation of like a known property, I'm actually extremely, extremely down with that. But like it is odd to me when they decide to just absolutely nerf one of the characters, and it's like I don't understand the beef. Like I don't know why Donkey? Leave him alone. Let him live.
They really made a sequel too, huh?
I'm terrified. No, not my boy.
Oh, wow.
No, is he a real boy? Actually, don't answer that. I don't want to know.
Ew, scary.
Wait, is he a boy? Hold on a second. I just said boy and then realized what happened. No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
That's bad.
That's extremely bad. You know what? We should
It's
all
rude.
we should all say a little thanks. That at least in the Nightmare Before Christmas, they may name drop Loki and Frozen and A Christmas Prince from Netflix, but there's not a man named Donkey essaying anyone. So thank you for that, Sarah Raj. I appreciate that.
Could be so much worse.
It could a man with a nose. Most men have those.
Sam's like, so he's basically normal, but I wanted to let
Okay.
you know he has a nose. So
Okay. Well, I guess
yikes.
I learned something here today.
We've learned a lot here today.
I
This has been quite an enlightening conversation on the whole.
I am really excited to read Verity though. Cuz here's the thing. I think Colleen Hoover, this has gone so off the rails. I'm so sorry for anyone who wanted to listen to us talk about the Nightmare Before.
What? Sam, I am confusion. Overall, don't read the Shrek Smuts happy face.
Got it.
That's Sam's thesis. Understood.
And Sam's right. Also, there's so much cat hair on this mattress, I'm realizing. I'm looking at this and it's insane. I I want to read more smut. But I think that the fantasy and the weird stuff and the monster stuff is really where I gotta be. Because I find that the realer something is, the less I like it. Because I start to think about how actually insanely weird it would be. Like, and I feel like people have been talking about it a lot. But like the scene in Icebreaker where he just they just hook up in an Uber with like other people in the Uber. Like
What?
she's
Ew.
on it. She's on his lap and he fully just hand up her skirt in the Uber. Like they're with their friends. Their friends are in the Uber. If I was in an Uber and two of my friends started hooking up next to me in the Uber, the way I would be pushing them out of the Uber. Like there's no way.
No.
And so I feel like if I'm reading like a realistic romance, I get incredibly caught up. I'm like, that would be so weird if that happened in real life. But if I'm reading B movie smut, whatever.
Yeah.
He's a bee. You like jazz? You know, it's fine. I'm good.
No, I get that. I've noticed like contemporary romance is not for me. Like I get
No.
so bored. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it's because I read a lot of like fantasy and horror and whatever. So I'm like, where's the weird shit? I'm bored. You guys are too
Mm-hmm.
normal and there's nothing here.
You guys are
They're
too
always they're so like chunky and I'm like, what is happening? It's always just like drama and third act breakup. It's and like bullshit. I'm like, just give me the candy cane PP. At least that's funny. I'm entertained.
We as a society have progressed past the need for 400 plus page romance novels.
Don't need it.
No, I don't. I don't care how good of a writer you are. You are not keeping my attention for 450 pages if it's not weird. I have too little time on this earth.
Yeah, I feel like there's something about contemporary romance. I feel like it's such a slog to get through. But if you give me a monster romance or like a fantasy romance, I'm here for that. Even if there's like political fantasy, I can get down with that.
Yeah.
But like there's something about the contemporary. I just get bored. I don't know.
I think the only one that I've really rocked with is that. Wait, who's the person? I haven't heard of this.
I haven't either.
I'm looking it up.
Too much. Amen. Agreed. Yeah. Monster romance to stay well under 400 pages. Yeah, they're shorter, but they're also like entertaining because there's always like new monster people and they have like whatever cool powers and they're interesting and they have like a cool backstory because they're a creature and it's just more interesting. It's not just like some white guy with a nose who's like, "Hi, I'm here. My name's Donkey." Like, what? Get out. We don't care about you. Ew.
We don't. I don't have time for it. I also I think I've been reading I think maybe that's the thing that's been holding. Have been reading a lot of just like realistic contemporary because like when you recommend one to me and I read it and it's extremely weird, I enjoy myself so much. And then I try and go back and read the Spanish Love Deception and I'm like, okay, which, sorry to name drop that one, but
It's so
I didn't like
long
it that
though.
much. It was okay. That's the thing. I leave most of them being like, it was okay. And like,
Yeah.
again, I have too little time on this earth to be reading things that are okay.
No, I
I
get
want to
that.
love it or I want to hate it.
Yeah, I feel that.
No in
I
between.
feel like even if I read like a monster smut novella and it's just okay, it's still fine because it's like
Yeah.
100 and whatever pages. So like, who cares? I can read just about anything for 100 and whatever pages. You know what I mean? But if
Yeah.
it's like over 300 pages and it's not good, then
No.
hello? Can I get a plot in the graveyard? Yeah, let me just fall over and die with this shit. I can't. I can't do it.
You know, it's a romance that I thought was actually wild and was like a realistic contemporary, but it really was not trying to be like a cutesy like rom-com. It was like almost a romantic drama. Have you read You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emezi?
No, I have not. It's been on my
Wild.
TBR, and it's criminal that I haven't read it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think you should go for it. My laptop is beeping again. I swear to God, if you restart, girl, I'm gonna freak out.
Oh my God. That's funny,
I also think if we're talking about Christmas, horny Christmas stuff, it is a little bit criminal that and it's a movie, it's not a book, but we got to talk about Hot Frosty a little bit.
Oh,
you heard of Hot Frosty?
I have not. I live under a rock.
It's a Netflix movie. Now I'm sponsored by Netflix. It's a Netflix movie. She it's you know Frosty the Snowman. You know, they put the
I'm
hat on
familiar
him
with him. Yes.
and he comes to life. Well, he's hot now. And she's gonna fuck that snow, and it is with Gretchen from Mean Girls. She's gonna fuck that snowman.
Honestly,
and I need to tell you that I turned on this movie being like, I just wanted to watch some trash with my friends. You know, like I wasn't. Tell me why, like 45 minutes deep in this movie, I'm sobbing. Why was I hysterical at Hot Frosty? My friend and I were sitting there, and I'm in full tears, and I went, and it's gonna melt. Like I was hysterical over Hot Frosty. It's extremely fun. It's extremely dumb. And another great companion piece to Nightmare Before Christmas. You read that, you pop on a little Hot Frosty, and you just have a good time because Christmas is meant to be dumb. There's a point where a medical doctor, is like, yeah, it's really weird. He's like below freezing, like, you know, whatever. And then the doctor turns to Gretchen from Mean Girls and is like, what if he's just a snowman? And it's like, you're a doctor. Why are you the one suggesting this? And Gretchen's like, he's not a snowman. Like, he's not a snowman. And she's like, it's Christmas. Everybody in the town is so willing to accept that he is just a snowman because it's Christmas and things like that happen at Christmas. And I was like, you know what? We need more of that on this earth. We need more people just being like, sure. Like, I thought the conflict would come from them not believing he's a snowman, but everybody immediately believes that he's a snowman. And the conflict is about like police brutality.
What? Oh my
incredible.
God.
It's incredible. 10 out of 10.
The Christmas whimsy vibe. I feel like we need more of it. You know what else I've been reading? Because I've been reading so many of these like Christmas smut things right now because that's just because it's not January. By God, it's still Christmas. Shut up and talk to me. I've been reading, what is it called? Dragons Don't Have Happy Holidays. It's a dragon shifter Christmas romance. Listen, I've been digging up shit on Kindle Unlimited. I had time off from my work, so I was like, let me just read some dragon shifter Christmas smut. Anyway.
Sorry, dragons don't have happy holidays? Is that what you said?
That would be an affirmative. Yes. It's the first in a series. There's only like 2 books out, but it's a dual POV. The guy is like a super broody, hot dragon shifter man. His mom just died. He's like grieving really bad. It's sad. And then the girl he's into is a witch, and she is dead ass Halloween Town called, and they want their plot back on that side.
He's hot.
Oh, well, of course he's hot. I wouldn't read it if he was ugly, Richie. I have taste. Good God. Anyway, so the woman he's into,
Mhm.
Her crusty husband cheated on her, and so
Boo.
she and her kids like moved back in with her mom in this small town that's like magical. But her mom's a witch, she's a witch, and her kids are witches, and she hasn't told them if they're witches because it's like Halloween town, whatever. So they go to the magic town where her mom lives, and it's cute. It's like night. I almost said Nightmare Before Christmas. Kill myself. It's almost like the Nightmare Before Kissmas, where it's just like got the food and the decorations, and it's cozy, and
Yeah.
it's got the vibes, and then it's got a hot dragon shifter and
Ooh.
witches. Like, dude, hell yeah.
I am reading Legends and Lattes right now. Um,
Ooh, we
speaking
think
of speaking of monster romance, B speaking of cozy shit. And I'm enjoying the hell out of it. It is delightful. I need to finish it.
that is
Um,
awesome.
this is the year where we don't deal with human romance anymore. We've progressed past the need for human
Yeah,
romance. I'm over it.
who needs
The
human men? Not
I
me.
will say that you might also like on this on Dragon's Zone 2 Holidays is crazy, but also the orc's stolen bride is
Oh my god. Honestly, see, that's the kind of year I want to have in 2025. Give me like an orc with a six pack. I'm down for it.
Yes,
Simple.
yes. Okay. I have not met Thimble yet formally, but I do think I have an idea of who it is because somebody's been stealing the food a little bit. So, but I've heard good things. I'm really, really liking it. Like, Alea, have you read it yet?
No, I have that
I
one
think
and I have the other one too, like the prequel, and I
okay,
need
yeah,
to read them because
bookshelves
I
and bone dust or whatever.
yeah, I'm a criminal and haven't read them, and I need to. I think I'm gonna love it.
Yeah. I think you are too. I'm really, really liking it. Um I think I think that I should probably stop reading D&D romances. Um just because a little too much of my time is being taken up with Dungeons and Dragons right now. So I should probably chill.
I
The
mean,
way I'm playing D&D twice this week and writing my own campaign and maybe joining a second campaign and like it's it's sort
bro,
of it's sort of becoming my whole personality, so I think I should probably chill, but Legends of Lattes is very good. That said, if you want a sexy orc with a six pack, maybe Sheltered by the Orc would be good for you.
oh my god. Sam loved Legends and Lattes too, and she said she hates cozy shit.
Okay,
Who hates
okay.
cozy shit?
Sam, if you
Sam?
hate cozy shit, you sincerely should not read this.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, absolutely should not. It it is, but like I need to stop texting my DM at like 11:30 at night to be like, I wrote another essay about my character. Do you want to read it? Like, he has a job. I should leave him alone.
That's fair.
That's fair. I get it. Stakes and action. I think that's the other thing too, is that stakes and action are much easier to accomplish when it's not realistic. Or like a, I don't even know what word I'm looking for. I guess realistic, but like the contemporary romance, what are the stakes? What are the stakes?
Yeah,
There
it's
are
like,
none.
okay,
Date
your
him, don't date him,
family
I don't care. It's like listening to your friend talk about her boyfriend drama, and you're like, girl, dump him or no, or don't. I can't like I can't handle it with you. I don't care.
that actually hits so hard, I gotta be honest.
How it is.
Sam's reaction to you sending an essay to your boy.
Yeah, yeah. He's a saint for dealing with it. Because I do it all the time. I had a romance with an NPC, which you love to see it, but it does mean that it's like me, with the DM and his wife is sitting next to us, and that wasn't great. And then I wrote an entire 2-page essay that was like, here's why this needed to happen for my character. And sent it to him. And he was like, no, I see where you're coming from. And he was very nice about it. But I gotta stop. It's too much.
Oh my god. He's reading your essay while his wife's giving you a perm.
He was reading. She came into work the next day and was like, he read it to me as a little bedtime story. And I was like, I have to move. I simply have to go.
That is hilarious.
She's also incredibly funny, and I'm so glad she's in the campaign. But no, see, we can't. I can't. Sam, you and me are going to talk at some point, but I can't because otherwise it will be an hour and a half of me telling you about my D&D campaign. Sam, we got to talk, bro. I get it. I get it.
Oh my god.
It's great. Anyway, the point is, Alea, you should read Legends and Lattes.
Point taken. And you should read some more monster smut and like weird shit too.
I don't have a Kindle, but like, what are the chances I'm going to find weird stuff on Libby? Is Libby going to do me wrong in this? Libby is incredible. We do stand Libby in this house, but like, is Libby going to do me wrong if I'm trying to find weird smut?
I don't know.
Let me see. Let me just look up Sheltered by the Orc and see.
Yeah, you never know.
No results. What's okay? Kindle Unlimited. Gosh darn it.
Burp. Sorry. Ew. Sorry, it was like really getting me in the chest. I had to say something so people weren't like, "Why is Alea like choking herself?" I'm not. I'm burping. It's it's not important. Let's move on.
Okay, Hoopla.
Hoopla. I agree with Sam on that.
Heard. Okay. Okay. We're making this happen.
Agreed. Always here for the weird shit.
Right now. I need to get a Kindle. I need to break down and just get one.
Honestly, I don't even have a Kindle. I just have an iPad. Or what I honestly do is I have the Kindle app on my phone. And that's where I read stuff the most. But honestly, I'm also getting way more into ebooks. There's something about ebooks instead of scrolling. You know what's bad is the other day I had to put a blocker on my phone for my Instagram so I would stop scrolling. So that way, instead of doing that, I go and read my friggin' monster smut. And that's how I'm reading so many books this year. It's gonna work.
That's fair. No, it is. I believe you. I just struggle. Honestly, I struggle with ebooks because I want to read, and then I get distracted. Like, I'll be like, oh, let me, turn on some music. And then it's 2 hours later and I'm like playing Puzzle Master. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, great. Or I get a text and I'm like, reading is done. So I honestly think I need to like use my phone and just put it on like straight up airplane mode. Just be like, I am out of commission for the next 2.5 hours. See, yeah, that's the thing. It's like if I get one singular message while I'm trying to read, it's game over. And I wish I didn't have that attention span. The ADHD is truly killing me, but that's why it's kind of nice to have the physical book. Which also, I do have a book that I'm reading that I wanted to show you, and I think my cat's on it right now.
Hi, Maisie.
This came out in 2018. I bought it in 2018. Here There Be Gerblins. It's the first Adventure Zone graphic novel, because this is the year I'm getting into graphic novels.
Yes.
I pre-ordered this in 2018, and I still haven't read it yet, and they are on like the 6th book in the series, and I want to buy them, but I am doing a thing where I'm not allowed to buy the sequel until I read the first one. So
that makes sense.
So that's what I'm reading right now too. That's what I'm talking about. That's a D&D graphic novel. I'm also reading a D&D romance. I'm also just playing D&D. That's all I'm doing. That's fine. That and getting a perm. Those are the only new things.
So let's what led you to want to get a perm?
I missed having curly hair because I shaved my head and it grew back straight, and I was extremely pissed about that. And my brother, my 12-year-old brother, has a perm, and I was tired of him looking cooler than me, and so I was like, I gotta do it. Dungeon Club. Okay. I saw. I went to Half Price Books the other day, and I saw like a romance that was like about D&D, and it was like a girly like doing an online D&D game and falling for one of the guys in the campaign, and I was like, oh, that sounds so cute. I can't remember what it's called. I I probably wrote it down somewhere. Oh, yeah. No, I've heard of this. No. We definitely sold this. Because, yeah, Molly knocks out. Yeah. And Brennan Lee Mulligan gives the blurb on the cover. Bruh. Okay. Cool.
Dungeons and Drama. QY Contemporary.
If no one else has got me, Sam has got me.
Honestly, I love that Sam's like, I have D&D book racks and also orcs, or not orc. I'm stupid. Like the Shrek smut that you should never read. Yes, I've seen that cover. That is cute.
So cute. Oh, Dating and Dragons. That's what it was. There
we go.
Yeah, it was it appears to be in the same.
Aww.
Yeah.
Very cute.
The same series. Let's absolutely go.
That's awesome. Very cute.
We've gone so off the rails. I'm so sorry. We were supposed to be talking about The Nightmare Before Kissmas. I apologize.
We did. That's always
true,
happens.
We did.
We talk about the thing and then we get into other things. That's fine.
That's fair.
It's all just for fun anyways.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true. I'm trying to get a good grade in book club, you know?
Don't be sorry, Sam. We're here for fun. Will you all get A's in book club just for coming and attending? It's a pass-fail attendance class.
Pass-fail. If you... And I did read the book, so that's cool.
Dude, you killed it. I think you killed it.
Okay, hang on. On the back of this book, I am noticing Ashley Herring Blake gives a blurb. Is the author of Delilah Green? Is that who that is?
Mm-hmm.
I still need to read that one.
I started it and then didn't finish it.
You didn't like it, right? Yeah.
It was good, but I was just like reading too many things. And it was one of those where you're like, this is good, but it wasn't so good that I was like, I need to stop everything else and read this right now, you know?
It's not changing your life.
No. B- for coming up. Honestly, it's pass-fail, Sam. You attended, which means you still pass. Hey, B's are good. There's nothing wrong with that.
B's get degrees, baby.
They sure do.
Sam, I'd say you get 4 B's. So stupid. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I think overall, I think that Go Luck Yourself is really going to kind of determine if I keep going with this series, because there is a chance it leans into more of the stuff I didn't like.
That's a good point.
And if it does that, then perhaps I will have to call it a day. But I'm saying that now, and I still know that if the third book is about Iris, I'm going to be right back in. Like, I think she's got me. Yeah. But I'm hoping that it leans into more of the cool stuff and less of the talking to me about Frozen. That's what 2025
oh my
is
God.
Also he's like a leprechaun, right? Like he's like, is that the thing? He's like a leprechaun, or is he just like a guy? Because I'd love for him to be a leprechaun. I really can't express how much I need for that to happen.
Okay, let's back that up. On the cover, he's not to hate. He's not short, and he doesn't look like a leprechaun.
I'll hate.
So I think he's just
a guy.
Yes. Ooh. No, I don't. Maybe he has like leprechaun powers. Maybe he's like half leprechaun or something.
To be fair, Hex is not a pumpkin. He's just a guy. So, like, you know, what can I really say? I guess it's fine.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it'll be popping. But I do like the magic. I do like the vibes. I love that it's fun. Because I feel like sometimes I read stuff and I'm like, you know, this is good. But is it fun? You know, like really fun?
Yeah.
You know, or is it
a good time right now?
Yeah. Am I having a good time, or am I really having a good time? Just an Irishman. I was gonna say that too.
No shade. If that listen, if you're just an Irishman and not a leprechaun, like go off. But I just think it'd be fun.
It's
They just
fine,
need
but
to be
Richie says you're lame.
No, it's not that you're lame. It's just that you're like low key kind of basic, and that's fine.
Wow. Mhm. Mhm. Be
Irish
cooler if
men are
you
about
were a
to
little
boycott your
fun.
channel. I
Yes. Thank you, Sam.
I'm trying to be giggling. I'm trying to have a reaction to a romance that like I hope my sister doesn't come home from work.
Dude,
That's
yeah.
what I want.
Dude, yeah. I'm hoping that like I'm cackling so much that my husband feels like I need to be institutionalized because I've become a witch because I'm cackling so much to myself when nobody else is around. Like
There
that's the
were a
level of
couple parts
weird.
in this that did make me like actually laugh out loud.
Dude, yeah, same.
So
Some of
I
that
props for that.
banter was
Yeah,
really
it
funny.
was
Like
solid.
with the princes, they were funny as hell.
Hmm.
Honestly, in some parts, and I liked it. Also, there was some moments where there was like whatever. They were making like dirty jokes to each other and shit.
Hmm.
That was actually like really fun.
Yeah,
And I liked that.
I think I appreciated that the third act conflict was not a miscommunication.
I hate that. I hate the
Yeah,
miscommunication. That
I'm
pisses
tired
me
of
off.
it. Talk to each other, be adults. Like it
Yeah,
felt like a it felt like a conflict that had stakes. It felt like this is something that could maybe be insurmountable, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like if that book, the stakes were so high that there was a moment where I was like, if this book ends with them not being together, that won't be a surprise to me. And to pull around from that is impressive.
I agree. Also, Sam has such a good question for you.
Best, oh God, let me look at my list of things I read because I didn't read that much. Um, I am slacking, and maybe it's because I don't have a channel like you guys. Maybe I should get one, but
You should get one. I would love,
I know you keep.
I would
keep
love
saying
that.
okay, the worst. The far and away the worst book I read last year was It Ends With Us. Just not even close. Um, and then I hate to say it, it was so bad. I hate to say it. I do think oh, no, you know what's another one of the worst books I read? The book Forbidden. I don't remember who the author is, and I'm not gonna look it up, but that incest romance I was telling you about. 500 pages, dog. Ugh,
Oh,
that was
it's that long?
it's so it oh, I can't wait for oh, that's what I was gonna say a million years ago. I'm excited for Verity because I think Colleen Hoover writes really scary, awful men not on purpose. I think in like her like romance that I've tried to read, the men are just terrifying, and Verity's like a thriller. So I'm like, that might be good. Like if she can just write a man that she always writes, that's already a thriller to me. That's already a horror show. So like this might be good. So I'm kind of excited for Verity. Um best books. Mayfly's up there. Mayfly was crazy. I
That
really
was crazy.
loved I really loved Anxious People by Frederick Backman.
Ooh,
That one slapped. I really loved Compound Fracture by Andrew Joseph White.
okay.
I think a lot of people have told me that Hell Followed With Us was hard for them because it is a lot of religious stuff, and I don't think I realized that because I grew up extremely religious, so I already kind of have like the base knowledge. But if you don't, apparently it's kind of a hard one to read. Compound Fracture does not deal with that issue, and it is like an Appalachian trans ghost story, and it's sick, and
Ooh.
I loved it. And then I think I read this pulp lesbian novel from the 50s called Spring Fire. It just slapped. It was so good. So I think those are the best. Also, honorable mention to Nat Cassidy because I read two of his books last year and both of them were great. So thank you to Alea and the book club for turning me on to Nat Cassidy because
Dude, yeah,
pro-
and for Mayfly. because that was
For me.
okay.
That
Also,
was so crazy.
To both of those points. So in 2025, Nat Cassidy has that new one coming out with the wolf. That's a book club pick. And then also, we were supposed to read American Rapture in November, and then Alea shit the bed and didn't have the live show because she was too busy and had like post-wedding brain fog. I needed to sleep for a month. So we're doing American Rapture, also by the author of Mayfly, in February next month.
Okay.
So we're going American Rapture, and then
on it.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who wants to co-host is absolutely welcome.
Damn.
Wink, wink, wink. But also, I don't want to make you guys read American Rapture and then also read Verity and Mating with the Mantis in April. But at least we're alternating months now, so there's more like time in between, so that we can all recover from the crazy books I make you read. Sorry.
I love it. Don't you make me read more than anything else in my life. Please don't stop. Because the reason I read as many books as I read this year is because I was doing book club with you, or when I went out to visit you for the wedding in that weekend alone. So I didn't do anything while we were there, but because I was on so many planes that weekend, I read Anxious People, Open Throat, Nestlings, and started The Sapling Cage, and then I got Compound Fracture and The Sapling Cage with you, and I started Mayfly. Like, I went off the shits in the last like month, like a week before your wedding to like the next month after that. I read so much. And that's all because of you. So don't apologize.
Dude, that's awesome. What can I say? I'm such an influence. Pauline could write horror.
I think she could do it.
You know what else? I've never read her before, and I'm scared. But I have the one you said you hated that I stole from your bookshelf when I was in Minnesota, and then I also have Verity. So I'm gonna read her this year, and I'm gonna hate it, and I'm gonna scream, and I'm probably gonna make like I don't know. If I hate it that much, I need to rant about it. Maybe I'll make like a roast video. Who knows? Maybe I'll just want to sit on the floor and cry because the guy will be so awful. I don't know, but we'll find out.
You read The Spirit Bears. Okay, that's the one I haven't read yet.
Ooh.
But I have, where is it? Oh, tell me. It's probably out in my living room. I have like a signed copy of like a preview. It's like the first third of the book that's like made out to me, which is so sick. And I love it, but I haven't read the book yet because I'm lame.
They fly. Woo!
I have no excuse. I'm so glad we got it on camera, to be honest. Anybody who's still watching who wants a good time, go to like hour 5 of our last reading sprint, and you can watch me read the last like 100 pages of Mayfly.
I completely forgot that we got that on camera. That is so funny, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When the wolf comes home. Okay, wait. So what? Leo, what am I getting? I'm just buying these books now.
Oh my god. Okay, American Rapture.
Got it. When the Wolf Comes Home, I also got.
Cool, yeah. That one, what month is that in? It doesn't come out until the spring.
It's coming out in April.
Okay, I think we
April 22nd.
You'd think listen. The way it's so hard for my brain to keep track of all of this stuff, it's ridiculous. Anyway, can I get my shit together for 5 seconds? Okay. Hello.
Wait, are we reading something gay in June? Or is June a month you're taking?
We absolutely are reading something gay in June because I remember you said that. Okay,
yeah.
You know what we're going to read in June? You're going to love this. It's called Eat the Ones You Love. And it's it's gay, and there's a man-eating orchid in it.
This cover rips.
I know. I'm so excited. It's like one of my most anticipated of 2025. I only put bangers on for book club because I knew it was going to be like fewer books. So we have American Rapture, which is the author who wrote Mayfly, and it's religious, and it's set in like a post-apocalyptic world, and I've heard there's cheese curds, and it's set in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. Right next to me. Let's go.
Yeah. Verity, Colleen Hoover, actually writing the genre that she writes for the first time ever. Fabulous.
Incredible. I have to tell you, and this, I guess this is kind of a spoiler, but it is literally the first thing that happens in Verity. Verity opens with the main character watching a man get hit by a car and his head gets crushed under the tire and explodes his brains all over her. And that is the first thing that happens in Verity. And then she's like, oh, icky, my shirt. And she goes into the bathroom to like clean herself off, and a man follows her into the bathroom, locks the door like with them both in the bathroom, and that is the meet cute. This book is gonna be incredible. Like, I'm actually so excited.
Okay, genuinely, I'm going in so blind because my cousin bought me a copy like 2 Christmases ago, and she's like, here,
wow.
I know you've never read Colleen Hoover, but I think you're going to hate her, and I think this is going to fuck you up. And I was like, wow, thanks, cousin of mine. It was my cousin Emma, who was at the wedding. You know it was Emma who bought me that one. I love her, but she is my cousin, and it shows. Anyway.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, my God. Where am I? There's so many... Sam's been blowing up the comments. Sam, I love you, but I'm
sorry,
stupid. I can't read them. Oh my God.
Eat the ones you love.
Ooh, read the night before October. Don't remember what I said. You're awesome.
Well,
we've been yapping for so long. The June book club is going to be super poppin'.
Okay, Mantis.
We are going to have a blast, Sam. You're so right. No, sorry. Do not apologize. You're amazing. I need to read faster. Oh my God. But yeah, Eat the Ones You Love is going to be so good.
Okay. So, so we have American Rapture, When the Wolf Comes Home, Verity, Mantis, Eat the Ones You Love.
And then 2 other romances. So there's one, Married to the Alien Cowboy. You're welcome, Richie. Richie, you said you wanted to read Monster Smut, bro.
I do.
Hell yeah. Okay. It's the first one in a newer series that's set on like an alien planet, and there's hot alien cowboys, and he has blue hair, and there's human girls who go there. I think to like colonize the planet with the aliens. I'm making up a synopsis, but I think that's kind of adjacent to what it said.
You're just writing it right now.
I'm just pulling it right out of my 2 brain cells. Anyway. And then the other one is Whispers of the Deep in December by Emma Hamm. It's a killer mermaid romance. The guy is a killer mermaid. Listen, I did not come to play with this book club, okay?
No, you truly did not. This is crazy. What a lot. What a stack. That's cool.
Bro. I didn't come to play, but I also was like, if I have to do another 12 months of book club, I might die on the floor because I'm so tired from last year. So I was like, we're going to do only bangers, but we're going to do them every other month. So.
Okay. An all banger 2025. That's the BBB book club guarantee.
All bangers.
Just get on next time, honestly. Like,
literally, Sam, you're always invited. Always. So anyways, if you guys, whatever months you want to be on for, let me know. If you want to do them all, do them all. If you don't, then that's cool too. But whatever you want to do, you're always welcome. So
I will say I am always down to plan it out, but there is something extremely funny and fun to me to get a text from you 8 seconds before we go live. That's like, I forgot to get a host. You want to order the book today?
See, that's why I needed to do less in 2025 because I just have too much shit going on that it's like I want to be so on it, but I'm such a chaos gremlin.
You
know,
a lot's been happening, bro.
Yeah, it's like a lot.
And also, you have a job.
I have a full-time job and 2 kittens that are under a year old, and I just got a new job. I just got a new husband, and I just got a new job in December. Again.
Okay. What?
Because I got promoted, and they were like, "Here." Oh, and I work fully remote now too, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So, and now I have a new boss. Anyways, everything it's like total crazy all the time. So I'm like, I need to just.
Well, and also you are theoretically moving at some point this year too, so it's going to be buck wild this year.
It might be. I don't know. Everything. That's the thing is I don't know what's going to happen this year. So I was like, I need to pare back for my sanity, but I'm not giving up book club because it's fun. So.
Here's what I will say. Is that if you want to fill June with a bunch of garbage, I'm here and gay, so like hit me up. Fuck it, I'll get on a stream by myself and just tell people about gay books for an hour. I don't care. I don't care. We'll get that
Honestly,
content rolling. We'll make it happen.
I think that's actually hilarious. And Sam's right. Asking people is a lot. You're so amazing. Both of you are always like so down to clown. And I love
Yeah.
that. That's the thing is everybody's always so nice, but there's some people who are like, they don't want to do live shows, and I totally get that too. So,
Couldn't be me. Honestly,
Sam, you're
if you stop book club, me and Sam are taking over your channel once a month.
honestly, I think that would be genuinely so funny. But that's the thing is I'm like, okay, I need to do book club because I love it, but like how do we do it without going insane? So we read bangers, but we read fewer in a year. Because I've been seeing other people who are doing more like bi-monthly book clubs, and I was like, no, you're smart. Like that's what I should do.
Also think if you ever do want to jump back up to the every month, really the tea is to make the book club picks a book that you're reading for another themed video, because that's the thing is you're already reading 17,000 books for whatever video of the month you're doing, so like pick a book that fits with that and then you can kind of kill two birds with one stone.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm doing with American Rapture.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to be more strategic, June, yes.
Let's go.
I love it. Also, I'm just so excited about that June pick. I think it's gonna be so good. When I saw a man eating plant and it was gay, I was like, shut up and take my money. And there's weird eyeballs on the cover. Yeah.
Which is your bread and butter.
Oh, absolutely. If it's got a weird eyeball on the cover, it's going on the book club. That's the rules. I don't make them. Listen, I'm a servant.
We're gonna
260 books, Sam, are you okay?
You and me both had such visceral reactions to that number. 260, Sam?
Samantha, are you okay? Are your eyes bleeding yet?
Well, a lot of them are audiobooks. I know that's going to be the response that comes through as well. A lot of them are audiobooks, but that's a lot of words to go into your brain, dog.
260. Let's just take a minute to like comprehend that number. That's insane.
That's
Richie can't even count that high.
That's crazy.
You're thriving. I'm so happy for you. 54%. Love that statistic. Is so specific. Yeah. Sam, I love you.
Coming with the numbers.
Sam's like, you want my stats?
And I do.
13 books. Sam is killing.
I read one for this, and I was like, damn, I'm doing pretty good.
Bro, I've been reading a lot because I've been reading smut, and I read it really fast if I read on my phone. So I've read like 5 books, which I'm like, for me, that's good. I'm trying to read 100 books this year. I've never done that.
I will also say, I always forget that I read fan fiction like a lot, and so like I never count that as part of my reading for the year. I probably read 15 to 20 more books a year than I give myself credit for every single year, at least. But I just forget that that's a thing that I can mark down for my stats. Also, yesterday, speaking of books, Uglies, the Uglies series.
I sure do.
Did you ever read that?
I didn't, but I remember we discussed it a lot.
Yeah. I watched the movie.
How was that?
Bad. Extremely bad, but a very good time. But it did kind of make me want to get back on that YA dystopia beat. Because there's a lot I missed. I read Hunger Games, I read Diversion, I read Uglies, I read Unwind. I was in the scene, but like never read Maze Runner. Like there's definitely a few out there that were like popping that I just completely ignored. So I'm kind of thinking maybe if I get on my YA grind a little bit this year, that there's a chance that I'll read more because they are not 400 plus pages.
So true. You sure are a content creator. 260 though, that's out of pocket. You're on another level.
Good on you.
Gotta add the fanfic.
Yeah, see? Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Girls with Sharp Sticks. You're so right, and you should say it. I have read that.
I've never even heard of this. I'm looking it up now.
Isn't it gay too, Sam? I think it is.
Let's go.
I read it like a while ago, like years ago.
You know, it's a slapper that I feel like nobody has read. Let me look it up because they changed the title and it extremely made me angry because the new title is stupid. The book originally was called Fair is Foul. It's by Hannah Capin, but then they changed the name to Golden Boys Beware. Okay.
Ew.
That one
Okay.
is a heater. It's a retelling of Macbeth, but it's like high school girls. And it fucking slaps. It's so good.
Okay.
And the cover reminded me of it. Girls with Sharp Sticks. Awesome. Girls Only Boarding School. I'm already in. The Girls of Innovations Academy. Heard. Let's go. That sounds sick as hell.
That one was good. It's been a long time since I read that one. Yeah. Also, there's a lot of good 2025 releases coming out this year for horror and for a lot of stuff. So yeah. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I was watching your video on like the your most anticipated.
Dude. Ooh,
if no one else has got me, I know Sam has got me.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Sometimes I forget that people I know watch my videos. They're like, oh yeah, I saw your video. I'm like, you did? Also, okay.
People I know who like watch your videos now because I just am like, yeah, my friend does booktube, and like they'll watch.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like genuinely nuts to me.
For the warning could be spoiler mental illness. Okay. Wait, what's the title again? Because it absolutely left the screen before I wrote it down.
Don't Let the Forest In?
Don't Let the Forest In. Okay.
Is that the one with the really pretty cover? With the not to be like more vague, like hella vague. The one, you know, the one that I did.
It's an extremely cool cover.
Yeah. I need to read that. Yeah. I remember I've seen that cover everywhere. Sam says yes, it does have the pretty cover. Incredible. Yeah, I need to read that. I feel like I've seen the cover everywhere, but I haven't heard people say if it's like actually good or not.
I'm looking at a list of horror releases for this year, to be honest.
Dude, there's some bangers on it. Also, oh my god, freaking what's her name? Author of Mayfly has another new book coming out in 2025. It's set in Colorado.
Okay.
I can't remember anything else about it, but it sounded like a banger. I don't know. I don't think it has a title.
I extremely rock with some Pacific Northwest horror. You can take the boyo out of the PNW, but you can't take the PNW boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really good.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that when we know something about it.
Monster Forest Core Dark Academia gay with twins. With twins?
Ooh.
Okay.
Are they creepy twins? I feel like they probably are.
Come play with us, Danny.
Ew. Thank you, Richie. Thanks for that nightmare.
I don't even like that movie, to be honest, but that's okay. I need to read the book, though. I need to read more Stephen King. I feel like I say this every time I'm on here, but I need to read more Stephen King. Because I think Misery is one of the first books I've read that, like, scared me. Also, it's out of print, I'm pretty sure, so, like, it's definitely the worst book club pick in the world. But at some point, we should read Primal Fear by William Deal, because it's extremely fucked up and cool and good. And I haven't read it since I was like 18, so maybe that's not true. So I loved it when I was a kid. It was like one of the ones that got me into horror.
Dude, hell yeah! I've been thinking because we're doing less book club, like official book club. Yeah, but it's still really fun to like buddy read stuff and talk about it. Yeah. So I don't know, Sam. This is also for you too. If you guys want to just like buddy read something,
yeah.
It doesn't have to be like any kind of consistently planned thing. But if we're just like, we want to like one-off buddy read this thing, I would do buddy read live shows or whatever,
100%.
If we get like a wild hair where we're like, we want to read some shit from when we were 18, see if it's garbage or not. Like, I'm down. Whatever.
It's extremely You saying that,
Yes.
this is me saying again, if we're gonna buddy read something, it damn well better be Chouette. Alea, if you don't read this book, it's been like years. Like, read the book about the lady getting pregnant with the owl baby. Read the book about the lady getting pregnant with the owl baby. Alea, I'm saying.
God.
There's a neon sign above my head.
So good. I would absolutely buddy read that.
I'll reread it. I loved it. I loved it. I cried in public.
You know what else? It's on my list of like 25 books I need to read this year.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I knew you were gonna be like, you need to read this book, and you've been saying it, and it's been like in here. I just hear your little voice being like, read the book, read the Weird Owl book. So
listen,
I need to do it.
Sometimes I will recommend things to you, and I will be pretty open about like I kind of just want to talk with you about this. I am recommending this book to you because I genuinely think it is like so up your alley. Like Sam, I don't know if you read it. If you have, if you could back me up on this, like please do, because it is like domestic feminist horror. It's so, like it's horror, but it's like a tragedy. It's so like I just think you would so love it. I think you would so love it, and I've absolutely oversold it. And it's been way too long, and now you're gonna read it, and you're gonna be like, okay, but like I really think you like it.
No, dude, I think we should actually buddy read that because I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah,
I would be super down.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. What else? I feel like we talk about books all the time. So there's like so many things that we could buddy read. You know?
Yeah. Well, you read Liarmouth, so we crossed that off the list.
That was so good.
Ooh, you know what I need to read is oh my god, what's it called? I can see the cover so clearly. It's a lady and she's blonde and she's like and she's like upside down.
I've never been more confused in my life.
Oh, okay. Remember the title of this book, and I look up the cover. You're gonna be like, yeah, it's a lady and she's blonde and she's upside down and she's like
oh my god, Big Swift.
Yes, Big Swift.
When you said she's upside down, I was like, oh my god, the only book I've ever read where a lady was upside down for no reason.
Yes,
fabulous.
And I still have not. That is my Chouette. I still have not read.
Oh my god, Richie, you're so. You know, you remember when we worked together and I came in and was like torn up about that book?
Believe me, it's the lady and she's upside down and she's blonde and she's going
Dude, the audiobook for that is so good. I honestly I would love to reread that. Yeah. You know what else I'd love to read? Well, I say love. I don't know if I'd love to read this again or not. Rouge by Mona Awad. I read that and I didn't like it the first time, and I think it was because I listened to the audiobook when I was like doing other things. And I think if I reread it physically, I would like it. And I saw a copy at a bookstore when I was in Minneapolis, and I looked at it and I was like, these words are speaking to me. And I didn't even like this book the first time, and I kind of want to reread it. But it's one where it's like really weird. So
is one I keep getting told I need to read, and I keep getting told I'd really like, and I haven't read her, but I do have an arc of hers from literally 2021 that has just been sitting on my shelf.
Yes, I haven't read any of her other books. I haven't read Bunny. I haven't read that one.
Bunny is the one that people keep telling me to read.
Yeah, I've heard so many good things, and then I read Rouge, and I was like, this is kind of, I don't know if I like this. It's very like fever dream, but it's also like weird and creepy. Okay. So I don't know. I feel like it would be good to talk about.
Have you read If We Were Villains?
No, I have not. Criminal.
It's a. I don't want to say it's a secret history knockoff, but I do. But that's okay because I still love it.
That's amazing.
I think you like it too.
Okay.
You didn't like the Rouge audiobook experience.
It was too confusing on audio for me.
That's fair.
Okay, I did not know Bunny got a prequel sequel. This is news to me.
Okay, so we're bunny reading. We're bunny reading, y'all.
Oh no.
It's happening. Well, okay, we got to do that. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Okay. If no one else has got me.
Sam always asking. Oh my god.
That's so good.
Okay, I gotta start the buddy read list.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, Sam. Okay, let me get this shit going. And if you guys have other thoughts of things that would be good to buddy read, let me know.
The way my phone just changed Chouette to cholesterol.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
god.
Big Swiss, Bunny.
Yeah, Big Sis is
Rouge.
a good one too. Rigby, hi.
Hi, bud.
Rigby's yelling at me. What? Why are you
Good.
mad?
Good.
It's literally, he has no reason to be yelling at me. What? What? Where are you? Oh, he ran off. He just yelled at me and ran away. Well, how rude. Rigby, what? Oh my god. He's just sitting in the dark being mad. I don't know what his problem is.
Ain't that the way?
Yeah, he's got big feelings. Oh my god.
I'm trying to think of other books that we've talked about needing to read together. Because there are so many.
Bro, I know.
Yay.
That's
That's
awesome.
what we're here for.
Honestly, I'm so happy for you that you're editing. When I edit, I have to like
Congratulations.
tunnel mode focus.
Oh.
But I've gotten to the point where sometimes I edit and then I'll wait until it's like 1 or 2 in the morning and then I go to edit and I'm like, haha, I think I'm so funny and I put in a bunch of weird shit and I watch it later and I'm like, what is that? Why did I put that in there? What's wrong with me? Oh my god. Sometimes I get really into it and I'm like, I'm gonna put in these little silly clips and random shit for fun. God, I get too into it.
Okay. Let me. You know what's a book that I think you should read? And I don't know if it'd be a good buddy read, but I just think you should read it. Enjoy Me Among My Ruins by Juniper Fitzgerald. It is a memoir. It is a slapper. You're gonna look at the cover and you're gonna be like, I want to read this today.
I remember that cover and I remember thinking it was so pretty and I liked it.
It's extremely good. It's extremely good. I'm literally just looking at a list of like books that I liked to be like, what should we read that I've already read?
That's really funny.
You know what? Proof that we should buddy read more. Because do you remember the first book we ever buddy read together?
I don't, but I should. I know we have before. What was it?
We had to remove this post.
I do remember that.
That was wild.
That was so fucked up.
Wild. Yeah, that one. I still think about that one. So at the ending of that book, I sometimes just think about it, and I'm like, huh.
Bro, we've read some crazy shit together. That and Mayfly, we really did that.
We've been going off. We've stayed going off.
Dude, I still think about Mayfly all the time. It's bad. Sometimes I'll just be sitting in bed and I'm like, damn, that scene with the pipe and the mouse, I'm still fucked up over that. I still need therapy from that scene. Oh my god. She owes me money for making me read that shit. It's been living in my head for like a whole year. Yeah, I read it last January.
Yeah,
I still think
the way that I heard for so long, this scene with the pipe and the mouse, and then we caught live footage of me understanding what that means. Truly incredible.
That was
so much.
Oh my god. She owes me money for that. That was criminal. Holy shit.
She needs to pay for my therapy bills. I want to read more.
Sam.
Sam, you drop your best and worst. I'll watch your because I'm sure you have a video, but I drop it. Drop it in the comments. I want to talk.
Oh my god.
I think that we should read Frederick Backman together. Because
I have not read it.
I don't think it's your normal fare. Yeah, I am really interested to see if you like it because it is not it's not fantasy or romance or horror. It is extremely, extremely in the realm of lit fic, but I love him. I love him. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry is so good. Anxious People is so good. And now you got me Beartown and A Man Called Uwe, and so I'm gonna read those this year. I have another friend here who we're actually doing a little book club and reading those together.
That's rad.
I think anxious people rough you up in a very good way.
Honestly, good. Give me a book that's gonna make me cry and feel shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Anxious
Okay.
People was one that I read on a plane, and that probably shouldn't have happened.
Is that the one where you were like crying next to some guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of times I talk on these lives about me just crying in public places, I'm sure everybody who watches is like, does this bitch do anything else? All you do is cry in public places.
Cry.
And that's like low-key kind of true.
Okay, Sam's best.
The way I have not heard of 98% of these. That is crazy. I did want to read,
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce the first one, but I did want to read it.
Kaikei.
And then I
Yeah,
did
I've
want to
heard
read
so many
horror
good things
movies.
about that. Okay, I've heard so
The
many good
Haunting
things
of
about the
Hill-
horror. The horror is a extreme horror, I think.
Okay.
The cover is really creepy, but I've heard it's super good. I've never read that author guy before, but I keep seeing his books. So that's
Okay.
really good. Also, I read Horror Movie, and I liked that one by Paul Tremblay. That was good.
Yeah. Okay.
That was good. I listened to the audiobook, and I was like, this shit kind of slaps. I was so surprised.
I get Paul Tremblay and Riley Sager confused in my heart. So I've kind of avoided Paul Tremblay, and there's not really a reason for that other than the fact that I just tie him to Riley Sager for no reason in my head. And so that's very good to know that you both liked Horror Movie, because perhaps I should stop comparing him to an author I don't like. Maybe that would be cool. I want to read more. I want to read more. Okay, I gotta read it. Have you read any of his other stuff, Sam? Because he's a weird one. I think Alea would like him a lot, but I don't think he's like what Alea normally reads.
I agree with you on that. Okay, I've heard that
I think he's just
Chronicle.
weird enough. Like, he writes realistic fiction or whatever, but like it is just weird enough. Like, My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry is like borderline fantasy.
Okay.
In a really interesting way. Like, I really like it. Traveling Cat Chronicles. I don't know what that is.
That's good. Okay,
give me the you read 260 books. Oh, y'all might damn shady as hell. Y'all might like it though. You might think
Green
it's
Fuse Burning. Oh, I remember Green Fuse Burning has a really cool cover though. Castle the Curse. Resort.
Okay, the center might be bad, but this cover does eat, unfortunately. Just a bunch of mouths going into each other.
Okay, the horror y'all gotta read. Ooh, gruesome but beautiful and short. Okay, yeah. I know, I need to read the horror. So many people say it's good, and I want to check out that guy. Oh my god, I can't remember his name. His last name starts with an S. I should know this. I think it's David Sodergrim. I don't know. Don't quote me. I'm stupid. But his stuff looks really good. So maybe we should read that.
You were right. You're not stupid.
Horror Movie is pretentious and slow. Yes. The audiobook was so creepy though. Oh my god. I was listening to it while I was painting the cornhole boards for my wedding, and I was like, this is fucking me up as I'm painting shit for my wedding. I was like, am I okay? She was dark.
Yeah. Okay, that's the thing. Beartown is really the beast.
Yeah. That's what I've heard.
I feel like everybody I know who likes Bachman is like, yeah, I've read all of them except for Beartown. But there is the sequel, so I'm like, I do have to read it eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if y'all like Japanese author. That weird way to say that. Sorry, as if you'd be like, no, I actually don't read Japanese people. That's insane. But like, I really like search out like translated Japanese horror because I think it's like an extreme. Like, I like J-horror movies a lot, and like it's the same kind of weird. And I think that Fuminori Nakamura is a slapper. He's so good, and he wrote this book called My Annihilation that fucked me up real good, and he's written multiple other books, but a few others have been translated, and I think we should read one, like maybe The Rope Artist or something.
Isn't that the one that you bought me?
I think so. I think I bought you The Rope Artist, which is extremely funny because I don't own it, so I should get it.
Yes, you should. I don't own half of the books that I was like, you should read this. Like Big Swiss. I don't own Big Swiss.
Oh yeah.
Every time I see it, I think I should buy
Yeah, I
it
love
though. 'Cause it's
buying
so
books
good.
for people that I have not only not only do I not own them, I haven't read them. I'm just like, this seems cool.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty rad.
I also am hoping we get more info on the Sapling Cage sequel
Oh yeah.
release date. Because I think that would be fun to read the first one together before the second one comes out.
Agreed. I
But
also
there is
really
no info on when the second one is coming out.
Ugh. Didn't that first one just come out not that long ago, the Sapling Cage?
Yeah. I think it came out like the week we bought it.
Dude.
Yeah. September
That was
24th of 2024.
Oh, so right
So it came
before
out the
we
week
were done.
before we bought it.
Dude,
Yeah.
hell yeah. That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is pretty rad. Translation.
Translation, cool twist. Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
David Sodergren. I've been hearing so much about him lately.
Sodergren.
I need to look at what other books he has. But a lot of the horror girlies on BookTube have been saying that they really like his stuff, so I trust them. The audiobook,
I will
unreal.
say, I want more horror written by women, just for me personally. So if you ever read a horror by a woman, or honestly anybody who's not a white man, like preferably a woman, but I'll take what I can get. Because I feel myself spiraling into only reading white men again, and I don't want to be there. Now that I've talked to Frederick Backman, who is a white man, for like 20 minutes.
You know what else we should read? Okay, so here's the deal. So we've talked about book club for 2025. I pared it back because I'm trying to not be an insane person and I'd love to sleep this year. But there's so many other bang-in books that I wanted to put in book club and I didn't because there wasn't enough space. So Model Home by River Solomon. I own a copy. Would love to read it. Would love to chat about it.
Okay, I have only read The Deep. But I think I just bought another River Solomon that was not Model Home, but I am extremely down. The way I think I just bought, I went to Half Price Books the other day and kind of went crazy, went stupid, and I honestly have no idea what I own. I don't know. I just went off, and now I just have a bunch of shit. So
Richie blacked out. Oh my god. Okay, Sam wants to read more from David Sodergren too. Okay, The Haunting of Elkwood.
The Haunting of Elkwood. Okay.
Sam has told me about this book 700 times. I'm noting it for the record, Sam.
Me too.
Velkwood is such a weird word in my brain.
True.
Oh my god, what was the other thing I really wanted to read?
You know what's a book that I own, that I have a signed copy of, that I have the hardcover, even though it came out in like 2021 and I still haven't touched yet, that I actually would love if someone would read with me, just to fucking convince me to read it. Can somebody please read The Memory Librarian with me? Please? Can somebody please read? I have the signed first edition of The Memory Library. I have not opened it. I have not cracked the spine. Please, somebody read this book with me.
That's so funny. You know what else I feel that way about? I still haven't read Mother Thing yet, Richie. Because I'm a criminal.
Okay. I'm putting Mother Thing on the list.
I own a copy.
I know you do.
Have I read it? No, I haven't read it because I'm the worst. Rigby's biting my toes. King, can I help you? Unsolicited violence. Hello?
I have so much stuff that I need to read. I need to use my big boy brain this year. And I have multiple friends who are like, let's do a little book club together. Let's read something together. So it's not like I don't have the opportunity. I have like 4 different book clubs going. Can I read a book, please? Like, what's happening?
Oh my god, not to add to your list, but A Certain Hunger? The cannibalism female serial killer one?
Yeah.
I'm down. Need to read it.
How do we feel about, what's her name? Tessa Mosfe? What's her fucking name? Year of Rest and Relaxation.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Have y'all read?
No, because
Okay.
I got when we worked at the bookstore, I got the one with the lamb on it of
Yeah.
hers, and I
Yeah.
heard,
Latvona. Yeah, that's the one I want to go with.
yeah, I heard it was like horrific, like
Yeah.
horrific.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
got scared. And then I was like, maybe I'll just wait and see if other people say anything. I got really
Okay.
scared.
I'm
It
adding
might
it to
be
the
kind of
list.
like a view fly thing where like I want to read
We'll
this
get
book
through
that's
this.
like really fucked up, but somebody needs to talk about it with me or I'm not gonna be okay because I can't just
Yeah.
have that like mouse in the pipe in here without conversing. It might be one of those, you know?
The way I can't express to you the tension that is lifted from my body since the three of us talked about underneath. I didn't realize the weight
But
I was carrying until
that
we
was such a
finally
banger
talked
too.
about it, and I was like, okay, I'm free.
That was really good. Rigby, what? Don't rip up my
I
chair.
hope she writes more. I also, you know who else I hope writes more soon, please? Could
Who?
Alexander Chi drop ever? Hey, King, could you drop ever? Like, I've read everything. I've read everything. I have nothing more.
You know who I need something new from? The lady who wrote The September House. What the hell is her name? I need a new book from her so bad. It's actually criminal. I've been wanting to read her for book club.
Alyssa
And
Orlando.
yes. Yes. Where's she been? She wrote one book and it was a banger.
Girl, where are you?
Girl, where are you? You wrote a banger like 2 years ago and I still think about it and I want to read her next book for book club, but it's been ages and there's nothing new.
Yeah,
And it
dude,
hurts
the
my
last
feelings.
time
Hurts my
Alexander
feelings.
Chi dropped a book was in 2018. This
Oh
man
my god.
has, okay, first book, 2001. Second book, 2016. Third book, 2018. Silence. Drop something. I'm dying. Like,
I'm doing the YMCA because somebody
yeah,
give me
and
a
you're
book.
right. So,
Good lord. Okay, hold up. Sam has Horror by the Girlies. So, okay, Our Hideous Progeny, first of all, I need to read that because the cover is stunning, and I don't know why I haven't read it. I haven't read it. My Darling Dreadful Things, Delilah S. Dawson. Okay, I've been hearing so many good things about Delilah S. Dawson too recently.
okay.
Death of Jane Lawrence and The Starving Saints. Thank you for bringing up The Starving Saints. 2025 release, gay, medieval horror,
Oh,
and it sounds incredible.
Delilah S. Dawson, let's go. Extremely funny. Her Wikipedia page is so funny. Her works include Star Wars tie-in fiction, as well as Rick and Morty presents Pickle Rick. Is what it's. That's the first sentence of her Wikipedia. That's so fucking funny.
Don't bring Pickle Rick into this.
Yeah, we don't got to talk about Pickle Rick. That's
Oh my god.
okay. Heard. Let's go. I'm into it.
That is hilarious. Jesus.
Yeah,
Rigby, don't jump on my keyboard.
I
What are
have.
you doing?
I love reading with you
You're
two in
mad.
particular. Oh,
This is
baby
Rigby.
man.
He's being a grouch and he wants to bite me. You're so grouchy.
Hi.
I love you.
My shoes still have holes all in them, Rigby. And that's from you.
Rigby is a menace to society.
He's
I
a
love
king.
him. He's a
never
king.
done anything wrong in his life, and he's evil, and I love him.
He's half witch's familiar and half junkyard asshole, and sometimes it really shows. You know,
Good.
I love him though. What a king!
That's gender.
My sweet boy, says Sam, as he bites me on our live sprints. These aren't sprints. I'm just yapping.
Of baby, I see one coming in behind.
Don't jump on my keyboard, please, sir. Sir. It's Miss Maisie.
Say hi
She's
to the camera.
so cute.
Sorry, there's so much light in your face. I really like reading with you because you pick authors who like ever drop, and I feel like I love reading stuff from like the 50s, but then I'm like, they had two books in 1957 and 1964, and then they just disappeared off the face of the earth, and I'm like, okay, I'm a little sick of finding my new favorite author and then finding out they wrote one fucking thing and then we're done. I'm like, thanks, but help.
Honestly,
you don't want to be
that's a
here.
mood.
I know.
Also,
You don't
love
want
that
to be here, but
Sam.
you're a little baby.
I love her. Love that Sam says that a certain hunger is incredible. Why does my cat feel like he has something weird on his back? Like, are you sticky? Where have you been? Rigby being sus. Oh my god.
Okay. What did you
Yeah.
think?
She hasn't read Atesha
Oh, but
I
you
can't
have.
remember
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
what has it.
I see what you're saying.
Dude, yeah. One of my faves of our discussion one. Yeah, that one was really good. You're so
Yeah.
right. Richie, I'm so glad you made us read that. That was awesome. Woodworm, yes, I did read Woodworm last year, and that was really good.
Okay, Sam, what was the one? What was the one that you were reading when we were on Sprints last? The novella. Was
This
that
one.
Woodworm?
Mm-hmm.
That was Woodworm? Okay, that's what I thought.
Really was.
Rigby's ear.
I know, my god. He's trying so hard to like step on my keyboard. Nope, no, no, no. Hey, we're not gonna have a fight. We're not gonna have a
Sam,
fight. Come here.
you're right. I know Alea's going through it right now, but I agree with you.
Oh my god. Ooh, anything on the Four Bees Book Club? You're so sweet. You flatter me.
Ugh. I do.
Honestly, yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, Sam, that's a good idea. Anything that was on the original 12-year plan for 2025 for book club.
12-year plan.
12-year plan. Holy shit, 12-month plan. We're not making a 12-year plan. Listen, I'm good, but I'm not a magician. The 12-year plan. Lol. Oh my god. Yeah, you're so right. There's another horror that I can't remember the name of that I really wanted to read that I've heard good things about, and I can't remember the name now. Let me work on that.
Antonora. Oh,
I've never
we
heard of
love
that.
a little sapphic religious trauma. Oh, Sam, you might be interested in
Antonora.
this. I'll see if I can
Sam.
get you a copy at some point. I just got asked to submit a poem to like a queer leftist zine, and the theme of the first edition is sacrilege. And so I'm writing I speaking the English language. I submitted a first draft of my poem for this zine. I'm extremely excited about it. It's someone that me and Alea used to work with, who's an absolute delight. But I was so excited that she asked me. And it's a little sapphic zine about religious trauma. So that's what I do when I'm not playing D&D.
That's awesome.
No, I'm hyped.
Bro, that's
It's
right.
it's nice, sometimes it's nice to write things instead of just reading them. And I should also do that more. Like, I should be reading more, but I also should be writing more. And this year I am sincerely taking a break from movies. I am actually done because I have watched, and I did the math, something like 495 movies that I'd never seen before since 2020. And
Wow.
that's not including all of the movies I like rewatched with my friends and stuff like that.
That's
That's a
crazy.
lot. And like
Yeah.
that's awesome. But I would love to have time in the day to do things that aren't watching movies. So we're calling it this year. We're taking a little break. And right now, I think I've only seen like 3 or 4 movies so far this year, and it's all been because my friends have wanted to, with the exception of Nosferatu, which I went to see in IMAX at 10:15 at night with my friends. And gotta be honest, when it hit like 12:45 in the morning and we're sitting there watching Nosferatu, too much. Extremely too much. We were all dying. We're too old for that.
Hi, Rigby. Oh my god. Peyton and Rigby have joined the stream.
Hi, Peyton.
Oh my god. Richie says hi.
Hello.
Okay.
Peyton says hi back.
Wicked was a heater. Wicked was a heater.
Dude.
I only saw that last year, but it was very good. I cried because what else do I do? But I cried so much at that movie.
OMG, Richie, you cried in public in a public place
cried in
at a theater? I'm shocked.
In a public place because of Wicked, the film. And good for me. Yeah, I've watched 5 movies this year.
What were they?
And
Tell me.
okay, this list is crazy. I watched Mad Max Fury Road because my DM said that if I ever wanted to watch nerd shit, that was something I had to see, and I went home and I watched it, and it was good. I watched The Substance because I love body horror. I didn't like it that much, but that's okay. I watched Nosferatu, which was a lot, but it was very good. I watched Burlesque, the Christina Aguilera movie.
That one's kind of good though.
It's no, it went off. It was incredibly fun. And this is not a joke. My favorite movie I watched this year with that list of bangers, absolutely Velocipaster. I like, unfortunately, who I am is a person who's going to have to admit the Velocipaster is the best movie I watched this year. It's like 75 minutes long. I was laughing so hard that I had to pause the movie multiple times because it is truly one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life. I think a lot of people will hate it, and I get why. But if Velocipaster has no fans, I am no longer of this earth. Like, I loved it. It's about a priest who turns into a T-Rex. He's not a pastor, and it's not a velociraptor. It's incredible. There's a 5-minute long sex scene in that movie. It's so funny. It's incredible.
Oh my god.
So
That's
so on that note, I was like, I reached the heights of my movie watching experience on like day 4 of the year, and then was like, I'm giving up on movies. Velocipaster wins this year. I'm gonna read some books. I'm gonna get some brain cells back.
I love that for you.
That's the move. Okay, I'm saying though, it went crazy. The moment in the opening scene where they hand her the torch, I was a wreck. And I was like, we're like 5 minutes into the movie. Like, can I please not do this right now? Immediately in tears. And I'm very excited for part 2.
I just remembered. I have not.
You see it.
I should. You're correct.
It. Yes, yes.
Oh my god. I just remembered the horror book I was trying to think of. It's called Such Lovely Skin.
Ooh.
It's about a girl who kills her sister in a car accident by accident.
Okay.
And
Such Lovely Skin?
Yeah, it looks creepy.
Yeah. Sounds
very creepy.
Ooh, I think love this cover.
Yeah, it's stunning.
I love this cover.
Isn't that so cool? It looks so good. I think that would be a good one to buddy read too. I've been hearing really good reviews for it lately.
Okay. I need to say that the buddy reading list that I have so far is extremely long. There are 11 books on it already. Like, I think we're just starting our own second book club.
Honestly, part of my thought process as well was that if later down the line, if I end up starting like a Patreon or whatever, I would love to have a second book club where it's just like the weirdest monster romances that I can find. That's like only the real ones are gonna read like the really weird shit with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mantis is the preview episode.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Dope cover, you're so right. 12. Oh my god. Dude, yeah, there's so many. So many good ones. But I mean, that means we got options though. That's the thing.
Yeah. I am always down for
Monster Smut does count as a book.
Then I have Oh yeah, okay, that is the one I'm missing. Okay, cool. I am extremely down to if I could speak, I am extremely down to do sprints with you all and read the same book on sprints. I'm extremely down for that.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, okay. I think sprints would be good. I think, that would be fun. I think that'd be fun. Especially if we're reading like something messed up, like Mayfly. You know, like if we were going to read some like weird horror shit, I think that would be fun.
We can capture the magic more than once.
Dude, yeah. Sam's down too. I love that. Yeah, I like it. Because I feel like, some books I really want to read and it'd be fun to read with other people, but not for like a full book club, It's like, this shit is too weird to make others read, but the homies understand,
Oh, yeah. I think there's something freeing about the sprints where you don't have to have articulated opinions.
Yeah, I agree.
Like reading Nightmare Before Christmas with the intent of speaking about it, I do feel like it's kind of a different experience than just like, you know what I mean? Like I was like,
Mhm.
because I honestly, there is a decent shot that the pop culture references would not have bugged me as much if I were not in the mindset of like having opinions on this book, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think some things are really good for book club. Some things it's like, man, this would be really fun, but is this too weird for other people? And some things it's like, I've never read this author before. It could be good or it could be garbage. And so
Yeah.
I don't always want to risk it for the biscuit with the book club picks, you know?
Yeah.
Hello, Rigby. I love that only your ears are here, King.
Special appearance.
Special appearance from Rigby. Oh my god.
From
He's
the
been out
corner
here
of Rigby's tail.
just his tail. What do you want? What? The thing is, you don't come here for peace. That's what I know in my heart. You're here for mischief. Thank you, sir, for having your mischief elsewhere. So the thing is, we got Nellie spayed. So now she has to be a conehead for 2 weeks and be away
Yeah.
from Goblin McGee, which is great for
Yeah.
her. Except now I'm with Goblin McGee 24/7 because she's got to have some space, and he doesn't like closed doors. So it's going great.
Fair.
Fabulous. But cats, what are you gonna do? You know.
What are you gonna do?
Sam knows.
Oh, I know. They've been running around in the background for about 30 minutes of this, and I've just been trying to ignore them and hoping they don't kill each other.
That is such a mood, actually.
My device is at risk of being a girl. If you don't stop trying to restart,
oh my god. Well, we've been on for like ages, so
true.
we could probably call it. And I feel like we've made a list of all the things.
Yeah. We've accomplished things today.
We really have. Sam, you did this to me. You talked me into getting cats. You did this to me.
And Sam was right.
And Sam was right. Very productive. Yeah. No kidding. Now I work from home with 2 cats and a husband. And my boss is like, so how are the cats doing? And I'm like, fabulous. Rigby tries to eat my mouse pad every time he gets mad.
That's
if
so
I put
funny.
if I put my hand on my mouse when I'm working, he bites my hand. Sometimes when he's mad. It's like he couldn't be more like disruptive if he tried. It's really funny.
Yeah.
And then I was in a meeting with my boss and my coworker, and it was like during a storm, and I put these suction cup cat beds on the window, but one of them is right behind my computer monitor that has my camera on it for when I'm in meetings. So I'm in a meeting with my camera on. Nellie gets scared of the wind, and she jumps off of the bed attached to the window over the top of my camera, over my monitor, and onto my chest in front of everybody. And I was like, and the boss is just like, was that a cat? No, King, that was a flying squirrel. Nothing to see here. It was, and I caught her because I'm used to her doing that. Oh my god, it was nuts.
That's so funny.
It's my world. Also, working from home is so weird. Sometimes I'm like, how many days have I been wearing these pants? I'm not kidding.
They just cracked down on dress code at my work. And then the first day they did, that was when I split my pants. And I guess I said this before we got on live, but I was in an Uber on the way to work, and I sat down, and my pants ripped, and just my whole ass was out. And then I was like, well, I'm like, I have to go to work. I can't, like, I don't have time to, like, go, what am I going to do? Uber home and then Uber back? And then, like, no, I'm not doing that. So I was like, I guess I'm just here. So I literally just tied a flannel around my waist and was like, well, just work the full shift.
At least you have your flannel, thank God.
Yes. Yeah. And then my coworkers came in, these 2 guys I work with, and I was like, guys, I'm having a bad day. And they were like, what's up? And I just flipped up my flannel, and both of them were like, oh, buddy. Oh, no. I was like, I know.
Oh my god. Okay, but you gotta tell him what the Uber driver said to you though, because the
Oh,
story
this
is
is a
so much
different
more
Uber
than that.
driver. Yeah, today. Okay, so I permed my hair yesterday. Well, my lovely friend Mariah, permed my hair yesterday, and I love it, and I'm so excited. And I was in the Uber this morning, and the Uber driver was like, "What did you get up to last night?" And I said, "Oh, my friend permed my hair." And he turned around. He like turned on the light on the center console. Turned around. He's driving. He turns around fully to look at me, and he goes, "Oh, you would be so beautiful if you clean yourself up."
He turned the light on for an
He turned the
inspection
light
on that.
on to
Oh my
greet
god.
me for filth. And it's like 6:45 in the morning. Like I work at a coffee shop. I go in early, okay? So it's 6:45 in the morning. I got my hair permed last night and then woke up the next morning and basically was like, I can't shower. I just got a perm, so I just had to like roll up to work like this. And like that's fine. I love it. But like you'd be so beautiful if you clean yourself up. And
Wow.
so all day at work, that's all
Christ.
everybody was saying. I turned to my boss at one point and I was like, honestly, these urns would be so beautiful if they cleaned themselves up. And she was like, God, shut up. Like,
I love that you just lean into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
what else are you gonna do? True, Sam, but here's what I'm thinking. If this perm is already inspiring this reaction from straight men, then we did something right here. I'm not trying. You think you all right, Lou from Uber? You think I'm trying to impress
Oh.
you with this haircut? You think you're the one I'm going for? No. This is for the gays and the theys. I don't care about a 50-year-old straight man opinion.
Was he
So if
50?
he doesn't like it, good. And you know what? My dad likes it, so shut up.
Was he like actually dead ass like in his 50s?
Yes.
That's so much
Yes,
worse.
just some old ass man. And like, and then when we got that, he called me beautiful again. And I was like, thanks, King. Like, because we
Oh,
pulled up and he was like, really, you are beautiful. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I was like, uh huh. Uh huh.
that's
Thanks.
awful.
No. Okay, I'm
That's
sorry that it's your
shitty
coworker. My coworkers are ready to beat up every customer in sight. But no, every time I wear makeup to work, some customer has something to say, wants to come in and act like I'm not here to just do my job. And I work in a customer service job, so it's like every fucking day. I've had customers call the store to ask me out. I've had like I I had a customer come up and tell me that he was interested in getting to know me. And then he asked me if I wanted to see. He's like a 65-year-old man. Oh, this is the gross one. I've told you about him. The saga continues. The gross one who was hitting on the teenager, and then he asked if
Yeah.
he could sculpt me. He told me he was interested in getting to know me better, and I was like, okay. And then he was like, can I show you like some of my art? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he pulls me over to like the place that he's sitting in the coffee shop. And he pulls out his art. And I will say, number one, he's extremely good. He's actually a very good artist. But number
Hmm.
two, all nudes. All nudes. Like just nude drawings for pages and pages and pages and and I'm sitting there like, I'm on the clock, dude. Like I just want to. I'm just trying to make a mocha. I'm not here.
I'm just trying to
So
make a
yeah,
mocha
we
sip
love the
load.
perm. We love my hair looking like shit. We love wearing no makeup because I do not get paid enough for this, and that's just the truth. I they yeah this man in particular does not tip well enough, and the fact that I tipped that Uber driver means that I'm going to heaven for sure because
You
you did
did
not
not
deserve
have
my
to do that,
$3. No, I didn't have to
bro.
do that. And I shouldn't have done that. Yeah.
That's so true.
I wear makeup sometimes because I think it's fun, but honestly, I'm at the point where I'm so tired of people having stuff to say when I wear makeup that I'm only wearing makeup when it's like costumey. Like when we went to Nosferatu, I did full like club kid like dead face makeup. That was extremely fun. Had a really good time with that. And nobody had nothing to say about my dead face. And good. Don't. Keep your mouth shut. If I want to show up with giant circles under my eyes that are like sparkly blue, say nothing. Keep it to yourself.
The unsolicited opinions are so much, dude.
It's ridiculous. Yep.
That's good.
I honestly maybe should wear makeup for filming so I don't get this going on, but whatever. Who cares?
Honestly, whatever. I know, I feel like I like wearing makeup when it's fun. Yeah, like if I'm gonna film. Otherwise, I don't wear, especially like eye makeup. Why would I wear that to see people?
No.
Ew.
And also, I'm so tired of like Like, men always want to be like, oh, women are liars if they do wear makeup. And then I don't wear makeup, and they're like, well, you look so tired. You look so sick. And I'm like, this is why women wear makeup, you idiot. This is why they lie to you, because you have all kinds of things to say no matter what I look like. So you know what? You're going to have something to say that's some stupid bullshit that I don't want to hear. Why would I put in the time? I'd
Yeah.
rather
Also,
save
like,
myself 20 minutes if you're going to have some bullshit.
how long did it take for your hair to get permed?
An hour and a half, maybe.
Really?
Yeah. It was a decent. I mean, a lot of it was like waiting, you know. A lot of it was now I get to sit there with the rollers on my head, but yeah, hour and a half just for some dumbass man, just for some dumbass man to have something to say. And you know what? Again, I know that men can not be weird about it and can have nice things to say and shut up, because I showed it to my dad, who is also a 55-year-old man, and he said he thought it looked cool. So, so what's good? Men don't know
That's so
nothing
true.
about nothing.
That's a very good point.
Actually, that's not fair. I have a lot of male friends who have been extremely kind and very cool and have been like, oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's so sick. I like it. So shout out to every man who I'm friends with, because you guys are wonderful and lovely. But, you know, if you're a man and I don't know you, I get good. I simply don't have anything else to say.
Bro, also, can we talk about, like, all these things have been happening to you in the Uber?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
Bro, the Uber.
that's not
So
bad
so I don't have to have been Ubering to work. Oh, just gone.
You're back.
Oh, incredible. Okay. I was in an Uber the other day because I Uber to and from work, not every day, but a lot of the time because it's freezing out here. Um, and this guy was like, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Boise, Idaho." And he said, "Really? My friend is a Catholic like priest who like runs the churches, like the Catholic churches in Boise." And I was like, "That's insane. That's an insane coincidence because I am nowhere near Boise, Idaho right now." And he was like, "Yeah, you know what you should do? You should go to Albuquerque. There's this cathedral in Albuquerque that has a spiral staircase that doesn't have any support beams. And when it was made in the 1600s, some guy came in and said he wanted to help out with this cathedral and make this spiral staircase. And then they realized that like it has no support beams, so it like really shouldn't work, but it's still standing today. And they also realized that the wood is like not from like New Mexico. It's not native to the area. And so that's like that was Joseph. That was Jesus's dad."
What?
I was like, "What? What?" And he was like, "Yeah, you know where else you should go? You should go up to Duluth sometime because there's like some really interesting mining history." And I was like, "What? Okay, like this is all cool, but like what's happening right now?" And at this point, we're
Thank
in
you.
my parking lot, like the parking lot of my apartment, and he's just sitting there like pulling up a map on like his like Uber screen, like just being like, "Yeah, and if you go up here, then you go." And I was like, "Can I go? Like, what's happening?" Trapped in this Uber. Well, and he was super nice. He was like, "No, I did not feel threatened. I did not feel unsafe." But I was like, "Dude,
Bro, what?
what's
Oh
going
my
on?"
god.
Yeah. Yeah, I need a
Wow.
car. But I do love it. I love it a lot. Honestly, like I love weird people and I love people completely out of pocket shit. And nowhere in my life have I found that happening more frequently than in Ubers. Which is so funny to me because you'd think as an Uber driver, you'd like want to be as normal as humanly possible. And they just aren't. Like they just none of them are. One of them told me I needed to respect my mother more and go home to visit her more often, and I was like, "Okay, probably true, but still insane for you to say to me." Like
Mood.
sometimes they're silent. That's great. No, when they decide they want to talk, and it's always some old ass man. And I think the problem is that so like my name is Richie, right? So like girls, like
Oh.
girl Uber drivers don't pick me up. And so I get men every time. And it's
That
always some weird
sucks.
old man. It's a little bit, but I don't think I've ever felt unsafe in an Uber, which is kind of miraculous. It's just weird. They're just also weird. And they
That
all
is
have
very
so much to say.
Oh my god. Well,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good place to stop. TBH. we got so far off into left field that
True.
I don't know where we are.
We're out in the stratosphere.
We're in
It
the
was lovely
stratosphere.
to see you as always.
Lovely to see you as always. Lovely to chat with you, Sam. Love you to
Good
death.
to see you, Sam.
Lovely to hang with all the folks and talk about books and weird Uber drivers and perms.
Yeah.
As you do. Well,
This is a great book.
love y'all. We'll see you for book club in, I think the next one will probably be early March? Maybe end of February? I don't know. Somewhere in there for American Rapture. American Rapture.
Okay.
American Rapture.
Okay, I'll get it.
It's gonna be popping. It's gonna be popping. So,
all right. Works.
Sam's happy to be here. Happy to see you, Sam. You're a doll as always.
Yeah. We're happy you're here too, Sam.
We're always happy to see Sam. Always. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.